Hey guys, eat it. Yeah, what's up, fellas? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Nice. Hey, Georgia. You guys, out. All right, let's do this, you guys. Okay, but you guys, wash your hands out there. I'm at Gabrielle's mom's house, so this is a bizarre setup versus thank you guys. I'm trying to shoo my kids out of here. I got to do a way better thumbnail, dude. So like, you know, when yeah, actually so on the Khabib thing, when I saw a thread on Reddit that was like, oh, you know, Khabib cheated on the thing. I don't know shit about how these, you know, how the scales move, but I saw it, and Reddit had flagged that video as misleading. It was like misleading, you know, like how these whatever social media companies now they do that. They'll like look at posts and then they decide whether or not it's true or not. So Reddit had actually called that Reddit post that had that video misleading, and I just kind of looked at it. I'm like, I don't know shit about how these fucking scales work. So maybe it's bullshit. And then Shale, hey baby, close the door. Close the door. Then Chael did the video where he was like, yeah, no, that's not how it's supposed to work. And I'm like, oh shit. So maybe they did juke it. I don't really care. I mean, you know, if you're talking about a pound or two, like and the other thing too, is like, he can go up to 156. He had an additional pound to give. I don't know enough about the thing. He looked on the ropes though. I'll tell you that. Like Khabib looked on the ropes. So I think he probably had a pretty tough weight cut, man. He had a pretty tough weight cut. Wait, so let me see. My bets are on Gaethje, and not because, you don't have an additional pound for championships. Oh shit, is that true? I didn't know that. That's good information, man. I didn't know that. Oh, that made it worse. This is a shit setup. I apologize, you guys. But yeah, man. So for Chandler and what do I think of Chandler and Ferguson? Someone wrote that, right? Wait, bro, he could have done a shoey with Nelk and got 5 million, but the security stopped him and ruined his career. I have no idea what that means, Logan. If that was in response to something up there, I didn't see what it is. But do I think Michael Chandler could beat Justin or Khabib? No, I don't think he'd beat either of them. And my bets are on Gaethje, and not because I necessarily think Gaethje's going to win, but because the odds makers have it so fucking lopsided and stupid that you have to take the bet. It's like, I mean, every expert knows. I mean, anybody who really understands the fight game knows this fight is a toss-up, man. Like, this is a toss-up, probably. No, I don't know about the shoey. Probably leaning a little bit towards Khabib because Khabib's a monster. And you know, if you have two immovable objects where their collective goals are directly inverse from each other, where it's like, you know, one guy is going to try to take you down and smash you, and he's successfully done that to every single person he's ever fought, and the other guy is going to try to keep you from doing that, and he's successfully done that against everyone that he's tried to fight or that's tried to do it to him, then you got to kind of look and just go, which of them has a more kind of consistent pedigree, and that's Khabib. You know, so you would lean towards Khabib, but there's just no question. If this fight stays on the feet, Justin's going to put him down. I mean, he's just that's what that is going to happen. If the fight stays on the feet, Gaethje will knock Khabib out. He will. But if Gaethje takes him down, Gaethje's going to choke him out. I mean, that's just straight, plain and simple. I did a bunch of more research last night. Like, I had already bet on Gaethje, but but I watched a bunch of more shit. And Gaethje. Well, again, these were old fights, but Gaethje's. I know it's true. Khabib's never been dropped. You're right, but also he's never been trapped on his feet with a guy like Gaethje ever. You know, if Gaethje defends a couple takedowns, man, it's a different ball game than otherwise. But anyway, so do I think Whitaker's chin is strong enough? No, I actually am about to bet on Cannonier, and I'm looking at options as we speak with my other laptop on because I think I want to bet him by knockout. Like that dude, Cannonier is a fucking monster, dude. And yeah, I want to see what the odds are if I bet him to win by knockout. But yeah, man, I mean, like, again, when, like, so the additional research I did where I was watching Khabib and Gaethje, like, or I was watching Gaethje kind of try to deal with being on the ground. And he got, like, the guy who had him on the ground advanced his position to basically as advanced as you can get without finishing the guy. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if Khabib gets him to the ground, I actually don't think he's just gonna like try to. I don't think he's gonna smash him. I think he's gonna take him down, advance his position, and choke him. No, not guillotine. I think by rear naked choke. JG spell check. Okay, what's the bet on a Khabib versus Gaethje draw? Hang on, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. That would be a crazy bet, and not impossible though. Not impossible that one of these guys. I mean, those guys. Yeah, I know. You're right, dude. You're right. Like if you know, to bet on a 10-8 round, you know, that goes to the decision. That's what makes draws such a long shot. Is you're betting that one guy will get a 10-8 round and it'll still make it all the way to decision. It's a this one is a 5-round fight, which normally would basically preclude that from a realistic, you know, bet. Although seen it twice, happened with Frankie Edgar and with Woodley Edgar versus Maynard, and it happened with Woodley versus Wonderboy. So, I mean, it's possible, and these two guys are never going to quit. I would like it better if it was Gaethje that was on the wrong side of a 10-8 round, because a 10-8 round for Gaethje on Khabib would mean him just battering him on his feet, and I just don't think anyone, I mean, aside from Tony Ferguson, could take a 10-8 beating on your feet from Gaethje and then make it all the way to the decision. Yeah. Wait, so Khabib said yesterday he has something planned for stand-up, something to surprise Gaethje. I feel like it could be McGregor knockdown type punch, or he's susceptible to uppercut. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, like everybody knows. I mean, anybody who knows anything knows. Gaethje caught Conor with that punch because Conor was terrified of getting taken down. I mean, but it's very straightforward. Like Conor was very, you know, was just thinking about the shot, think about the shot, think about the shot, keep, you know, think about the shot. Yeah, I'm calling the fights. And then, you know, well, I mean, I'm going to like talk about the fights while they're on, but think about the shot and then boom, throw an overhand right. Like if they're in a kickboxing match, he never lands that in a million years. But that doesn't matter. It's mixed martial arts. I mean, you know, it's like, it's fucking totally irrelevant what would happen in a kickboxing match. The only thing I just like, it aggravates me when people are like, oh, well, Khabib has better stand-up than Conor because he knocked Conor down in that fight. And I'm like, okay, no, that's just not accurate. Like that's his wrestling is so superior to Conor's, and it's such a fucking gigantic threat that Conor's focusing 80% of his energy thinking about that, as opposed to looking for an overhand right that might come, you know? But yeah, I mean, Gaethje is a nightmare matchup I'm sorry. Khabib is the quintessential nightmare matchup for Conor. Like if they fought 10 times, at least my estimation of it right now is if they fought 10 times, Khabib wins like 9.5 out of the 10. You know, like you have to give, although that said, in that regard, Conor will learn. Conor will learn. And so we'll see. We'll see how Conor does in the next fight. They are going to fight again. I mean, unless if Conor, like I just made a TikTok about this. If Conor fucking runs through like Dustin Poirier, like I think he's going to. No, I didn't go over Khamzat and Leon yet, but I will. If Conor runs through Gaethje, like I think he's going to, I'm sorry, Jesus, Conor runs through Dustin Poirier, like I think he's going to, it'll be undeniable. He'll end up, he'll get to fight Khabib, but he has to win by dominant, like he has to win dominant fashion. Like, I mean, he needs to knock him out or needs to, oh man, they just replayed when the guy did the drunken master and the fucking idiot ref stopped the fight where he was intentionally pretending like he was hurt. That was terrible, man. That was like the worst. That was one of the worst stoppages of it. That might be the worst stoppage I've ever seen, actually, because it was so obvious what he was doing. You know, it was so obvious he was doing the drunken master thing. But at least to someone like me, I mean, you would assume that a UFC ref would have at least as much. They did a rematch. Oh, this is a rematch. Ankalev versus Cutelaba. I didn't realize this was just a redo of that fight. Oh shit, that's awesome. That's awesome. No, I'm not showing the fights. They'll kick me off. No, I am not fat, son. But they will suspend me if I do it. I've been at the gym fucking hysterically lately. I've been very, very stressed out, and the gym helps. Let me go see what these odds are. I'm starting to really think about how, you know, like kind of my plan with this channel has always been to just kind of build it slowly, and then once I got to like a certain threshold, turn it into something that I do professionally, you know, like go start generating revenue with the channel, but like not until it gets to a certain threshold. I hadn't really decided what the threshold was, but I'm starting to think through how to do that even now, like where I'm thinking about doing a Patreon, posting on it twice a day, and then kind of reducing how much I post on YouTube to like 3 a week or something like that. Because honestly, I stick to the big narratives anyway. For YouTube, like, you know, I stick to the big stories because, like, you know, I go through like Chael's channel and there's, you know, a bunch of stuff that he does that, like, I just don't really care. And when the channel is revenue producing, by the time, you know, when I have 100,000 subscribers or whatever, and you're actually making real money on the videos, then I'll start kicking it up and I'll do, you know, and I'll do like videos that I might not do now. As a matter of fact, for sure I wouldn't do now, but I'll do them just because I'm cranking out content and, you know, I'm basically doing it professionally. But like for now, I do it on, oh yeah, for sure, dude. Hey, Chillster, you are not revealing any secrets. I am for sure on testosterone. Testosterone replacement, my man. I'm 40, dude. And I'm going to look like this until I'm 80. All right. So let's see what the odds on this thing are. Dude, you know who looks huge lately is fucking Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, like, I don't know if he's doing like the carnivore diet and he's working out. He is a monster, dude. He looks monster sized. All right, here we go. So UFC 254, let me look at these odds on a draw. Let's see. So now they still have Gaethje at plus 250, which is so crazy to me. Damn, the fight to complete the first round is only minus 370. That is usually a way like that's a low. That's a usually you have to risk like you only. So that's saying you can win $100 by risking 370 just that the fight gets through the first round. Normally that's way higher, and it's even money to get through 3 rounds. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, and so basically the odds makers are saying that it's a 2-1 underdog that this fight goes the distance. How sick is that? That's very rare. That's very rare, especially with 55ers. So okay. Oh, draw is 55-1. 55-1. That's not good enough to take that bet. So they've got, if you bet Khabib inside the distance, that's minus 125. So that's what they think. That's what the odds makers think is going to happen. They think Khabib's going to finish him. And then he's plus 275 to win by decision. Gaethje is plus 300 to win inside the distance and plus 650 to win by 5-round decision. So that's 6.5 to 1. Then, damn, Gaethje by submission is plus 220 is plus 2,500. So you get 25 to 1 on Gaethje by submission. That'll never happen. You may as well light your money on fire. Gaethje by submission. And then, let's see. Damn, like you're not even getting that good of like to the odds are not very good here on betting like specific outcomes. Like there's no way that you could justify making any of these bets. Like I'm looking at like if you bet Khabib in round 1, you would only get 4 to 1. That's insane, dude. He's not. You think he's gonna finish? You think he's gonna finish Gaethje in the first round? It's absurd. And then and Gaethje in the first is plus 900. So that's 9 to 1. You know what? Let me go look at this Cannonier though, because that's the one I actually might bet on for real. Where does Khabib fit on the GOAT list if he wins tonight? The top, probably. The top, honestly, because like my whole thing is like, there are no other realistic challengers. So like if Gaethje wins. I'm sorry. If Khabib wins, I'm just assuming that he's going to retire undefeated because Connor's not going to beat him and Ferguson's not going to beat him, and I don't think the GSP fight will happen. I think he'll probably end up fighting Connor, and I think he'll win, and he'll retire 30-0, and that'll be that, and he'll be the GOAT. I mean, if he retires 30-0, and I mean, no one's ever done that. Like no one has ever done that. Everyone, they have their dominant run, then they fight past it and they start losing. If he retires 30-0, he will go to his grave as a person who never lost a fucking MMA fight. And he fought all the best guys in the world. End of story, right? And the only person in the conversation is John Jones, but John Jones is going to lose before he retires. I guarantee that. I fucking guarantee he'll lose before he retires. Just because he's not a person with like a grander vision like Khabib has. And all right, so here we go. We got this Cutelaba guy and Ankalev. Cutelaba is the guy who did the Drunken Master and then lost when they called it off. He's definitely not doing Drunken Master now. These guys look powerful, man. How heavy are these guys? It's so funny, man. Like when I watch these fights versus, what's up, Benny? The Khabib and Justin fight won't be for a couple hours, but yeah, man. It's like when I watch these fights and I'm looking at these dudes and even the announcers sometimes they're like, man, they really need to push the action, or like, and I hear fans are just like, gosh, what a boring fight. I'm like, Jesus, you guys don't understand. Do you understand what it would feel like to have one of these two fucking guys kick you or punch you with an MMA glove on? Like there is astronomical danger in front of them. astronomical danger. Yeah, she's out getting her eyebrows tattooed on right now. But ooh, wow, Cutelava's fast, man. He is fast. He's got a great right cross, man. Great timing. Dude, what is his record, man? What is Cutelava's record? Let's see. He's 15-5, so he's really 15-4. He lost to Cannonier, and he lost to Glover Teixeira. And Misha something or other. And he wins by KO, submission, KO. Wow. 15 wins, 12 by knockout. That does not surprise me at all after watching him throw a couple punches. Ankalaev and Cutelaba are fighting right now. Everything these fighters do is interesting and entertaining. This shit is not easy. Yeah, totally, man. Like, when John Jones loses, will that enhance the legacy of Daniel Cormier? No. No, it won't. That's why I said that Daniel Cormier should fight one more time and fight at heavyweight and fight John Jones. But I think Cormier had a number where it's like, if I make this much money, then I can walk away. That he probably worked out with his financial advisor, where it's like, if you have this much money in the bank, then you can count on having this much money to spend for the rest of your life without ever touching your principal. And I can pretty much guarantee you that he's gone significantly over what that number is. And so he has no financial incentive to fight at all. And John Jones, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not going to show the screen so that I get kicked off YouTube, you fucking idiot. How about we record me fighting you instead? So, but yeah, like, oh my God. That's it. He's out. Ankalaev just knocked him the fuck out. Wow. What's that guy's record? Oh my God, Sherdog had that loss registered already? Jesus, they're fucking on it, dude. How is that even possible? I literally just watched him get knocked out. Sherdog already had it. This must be delayed a little bit. So he is 13-1, 8 KOs, 5 decisions. Wow. I mean, that was a surgical left hook, man. I mean, his hands were down, actually. Cutelaba was a little reckless in there. That's crazy. Like, I mean, this guy, Ankalaev, you could just see his strategy was to play it really patient, not throw a lot of punches, and let the guy expose what his weapons are. That's the thing about fighting. Like that, again, going back to like John Jones. That's the thing about fighting a guy like John Jones, man. It's like, he has so many different, like so many angles, so many attacks, you play it patient for the first few rounds. You're not going to just like figure out all of his weapons, like that's just not going to happen. Where this guy Cutelaba looks like he's very good at what he does. But like, my guess is he had shown everything he had. Ankalaev waited him out. Cutelaba got overconfident, and Ankalaev put him down. That was a fuck, man. Cutelaba, that is a terrible feeling, man. It's got to be so disappointing. I watched this this thing on YouTube. It's something swim. I can't remember, but the channel does these the channel does these like documentaries about like what's it called? What's it called? Fucking like these like not viral, but like well-known like murder cases, and they do documentaries on all of them. And they did one on War Machine, and so it's not an MMA channel at all. It's like a true crime channel, and they were talking about how what it's like to, you know, the life of a fighter, you know, and like what they you know, kind of like the build up, and then they just did such an exceptional job kind of breaking down what it's like to be a fighter, where like you dedicate your entire, like you get a goal that is generally 3 months out. You dedicate your entire life to accomplishing this goal. And then your success or failure comes down to anywhere between 5 seconds and 15 minutes. And then you either feel the absolute highest high you could feel, or the absolute utter lowest low. And I always think about that. Like when I watch guys lose, just, they look, you know, they're just crushed, you know, like they're just utterly crushed. Because especially like in UFC, man, like you got to think about it like this, dude. Like most of these guys are never going to be Justin Gaethje or Khabib or Masvidal or Colby Covington. Now, Colby Covington is a lot more attainable, okay? Colby Covington, if he was fighting the way that he fought, and didn't do the stuff that he's doing, he'd be Leon Edwards. Right? Leon Edwards is the same as Colby Covington minus the act, right? But nonetheless, most of these guys will never be that, right? So they'll go in there and like you look at fighter pay, and some of them, let's just call like an above average fighter in the UFC, like a top 10 guy, right? Like so a guy who hovers around the 8th spot for the majority of his career. So like a really fucking good fighter, like an exceptional fighter who's, you know, gone between 9 and 6 his entire career, right? But just can never break through. So that guy is probably in his career over, call it, you know, I don't know, call it like a 10-year career in the UFC, probably make, I don't know, $1.5 million, right? Total. And that is not even close to money that you can retire on. Like not even close. Over that amount of time, that's averaging out to what, like, you know, 150K a year, you know, like you can't retire on that. Like you can't retire. So the reality is that all of them are chasing being the top guy. Like the belt is not about like, hey, check me out on the champion. The belt is, I don't ever have to work again, or like, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to do after this, you know? And let me tell you, like the stress of, what if I lose this job, or like, what am I going to do after this? Especially if you're a career fighter that doesn't have any qualifications, where like, you know, you're going to go in and like, there's no regular job for you. Like that's what these guys are fighting for. And so when you lose, it is catastrophic, especially guys who have a family. It's different if you don't have a family, you know, if you don't have a family, if you don't have a wife, you don't have kids, like, you know, in your mind, like, okay, worst case in the long run, I need to find a job where I can make $3,000-$4,000 a month and I'll be able to survive and be cool, versus I have a wife and kids that I'm responsible for, and I have to make a lot more than that. And there are only you know, the more money you need, the less options there are to do that. And if you're a professional fighter, I mean, dude, you have to either start a gym or like, you know, I don't know, or do something creative. But like that's why it is just these guys, the disappointment of losing is fucking astronomical, man. Okay, so what do I think about Leon Edwards and Khamzat Chimaev? I think that Leon is a fucking very, very smart guy for doing that. Okay, so actually, I'm glad you guys brought that up. So I'll probably end up doing a video on this anyway. But since, you know, you guys are my live audience, I'll do a preview, and I'll do a better job on here. So here's the deal. Okay. What does the fight game come down to? Like, what did I just get done talking about? Right. 1.5 million, not enough to retire on. I guarantee, how old are you? I guarantee you've made $1.5 million over your like career. If you're in your mid 40s or something, you know, like everybody makes it. I mean, or most people will end up making $1 million in their life. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a cumulative thing. Like, I mean, a person who makes $100,000 a year in 15 years is going to make $1.5 million. Do you think that they can just retire? Like, That's the point. Is like if you're talking about over a long period of time, you end up spending it like whatever. Anyway, bottom line is, so what's about the fight game? You have a couple problems to solve, right? You need to obviously you need to win your fights, right? Like you have to win your fights, and B is you need to create attention. Like you need attention so that people are going to want to watch you. Like the UFC is a surgical organization. Okay. Like they know exactly how many eyeballs are going to get brought given if a certain fighter fights. Now, sometimes they only learn that later on. Like they didn't I don't think that they realized how valuable Masvidal was. I don't think they realized how valuable Nate Diaz was until he came back after the second Conor fight. They probably thought that they needed Conor for Nate Diaz to be that big of a draw. But after they find out, then the fighter can demand a fuckload of money, and they know exactly what they're worth. So they're negotiating against a figure that they know. Like they know how many pay-per-views they're going to sell if they put this guy in the main or co-main event. And so that guy gets the benefit from it, right? So it's all about how, it's all about becoming a big ass draw. Like Nate Diaz, doesn't matter if he wins or loses. Like, Masvidal, doesn't matter if he wins or loses his last fight. He's still going to get the eyeballs, right? But in order to get to that place, you need to win meaningful fights. So Leon Edwards has won all of his fights, but he can't get anyone to fight him. Why? Because he has no attention. He has no image. He has no nothing. Okay, so how do you go get that? Okay, what's the one thing Khamzat Chimaev does have? That hype. Okay, so when you fight a guy, you beat him, you take what's theirs, right? Just like Gaethje. Okay, Gaethje had lost 2, then he won 3, then he fought Tony Ferguson, and instantly everyone's like, oh shit, this guy's for real, because he took what Tony had built through winning the number of consecutive fights that he had won. Khamzat Chimaev has more hype on him than, what I saw this morning, actually, speaking of that? When he went into after his first fight, he had 30,000 followers on Instagram. Okay? Exactly, Stannis Baratheon. Grand Theft hype. Exactly correct. So, and that's, for all of you that don't know, that's a Mix Molly video, a fucking awesome one. So you don't lose it all. Like, Paul, you don't lose it all, but the winner takes it all, right? That's why Masvidal can beat Nate Diaz, and he increases his attention that much more. If Nate Diaz fought again tomorrow, still the same attention. Conor McGregor gets crushed by Khabib, and now Khabib becomes the biggest star in the UFC in the world. And and that was also different because Conor made an enemy of like an entire group of people, which then immediately became the fervent supporters of Khabib. And then Conor goes and fights, and he'll sell the most pay-per-views again. So but you can you absorb what the other guy has. Now, in the case of Khamzat Chimaev, he is putting that shit on the line. So his hype is the same as Shabazian, right? Like Shabazian, undefeated. Oh, Ronda Rousey's his manager. Oh shit, this guy's running through everybody. And then he comes in and Derek Brunson crushes him. I'm surprised they haven't put Brunson back in fast, but Khamzat Chimaev is putting that hype on the line, and Leon Edwards is going in there to try to take it from him, right? He's going, basically Leon Edwards has this one missing component, and he's getting to fight an unranked guy who's never fought a person in the top 30 or 40. And he is getting the opportunity to take all that hype from him if he wins, and he wins in impressive fashion. Now, I think Khamzat Chimaev is going to win, for the record. I think Khamzat Chimaev is going to win. I think Khamzat Chimaev is the real deal. I think he's real. I think he is very, 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 very fucking real. He says all the right things. He's got the right attitude. He can do it on his feet. He can do it on the ground. And this is the thing, when people are like, oh, well, he didn't, he hasn't beat anybody that's ranked in the top 20. You're like, okay, but he fought 3 guys who are trained UFC fighters who are fighting their absolute hardest. They're going 100% trying to win, and he obliterated them. Okay. And not one guy where you can go, oh, caught him with a lucky punch. Not 2 guys where it was like, all right, well, that guy had a weak wrestling pedigree or whatever, and he took him down. 3 guys. And of those 3 guys, he got 2 punches landed on him total. Okay. And they were like this, where he had the guy's back and the guy went like this. Okay. So those don't even count. So he's fought 3 professional UFC fighters, and they've landed 0 punches against him. Okay. He's fucking obliterated them. And so there's a point where you can gauge how decisively a guy is winning, and then you could figure out how good they are. I totally agree with that, Magnum MMA Madness. You are 100% correct. I do need a partner. Not only do I need a fucking partner, I need somebody that is expert in like setting up podcasts, you know, all the shit that I don't like. I'm good at this. Okay. This is the thing I'm good at. Although I thought I sucked at social media. And then the first time I actually tried, I built a fucking $210,000 following on, I mean, 210,000 follower following on TikTok. That was the first time I ever really tried, you know, like to do it. But I still don't think I know shit about social media. But there's all the stuff around this, what I'm doing to create monetization outside of building up a big enough following so that YouTube starts paying. Like there aren't like books on this shit. You know what I mean? As far as I know. But yeah, I could use a partner to like for the show for sure. And also like, you know, on the business side. Cause like I am 100% aware. I'm not trying to suck my own dick here, but I'm very aware that my channel is a matter of exposure. Like it's a matter of the right person seeing it and then them tweeting about it or them being like, dude, what are you doing? Whatever. And then it'll blow up, you know, like it's not, the channel grows very slowly on its own, but it's just a matter of exposure to the right person and it'll blow up. I know that. But I would, yeah, I mean, I would love to have a partner on the channel for sure. Anyway, Leon Edwards is the perfect fight. It is the absolute perfect fight. Mixed Molly won't do it. Mixed Molly won't do, well, he won't do video. I've never asked him about a podcast, man. Or maybe I did ask him, actually. He's probably on here, actually. Or I don't know. If he is, I'll email him, actually. See if he'll pop on. He shut down his WhatsApp, so I just email him. Let's see. I'm saying I'm live. The people are asking for you. Anyway, all right. So we've got a girl fight. Who's fighting? Let's see. Who is fighting? Holy shit. Oh, wait. One better has 36.90 3-leg money line parlay on. That can't be right. It said do you know how stupid it is that sports betting is still like only legal in certain, like ESPN literally advertises the betting lines on every single fight, on every single game, every single thing. Thanks, LaShawn. Wait, what did you say about betting company? Oh, Jesse, I have a scheme for use predictions and connect a betting company sponsor you. If your predictions are solid, people will be coming for advice. Yeah, I know. I hear you do. They always do that with like guys who have big followings. My followings, like, I don't know about TikTok. My problem with TikTok is like there isn't. Okay, so I for sure have a moderator. So like, and I was learning about this with Facebook that they have like the way their content moderation stuff works. But I'm, without diving down a rabbit hole, I am positive that I have a content moderator at TikTok, and so every time I post one, there's like a filter where a content moderator can decide whether only my followers are going to see it and how many of them are going to see it versus just kind of letting it go into the world. Because anytime that I try to drive anyone to YouTube, like, so if it's like here's a thought of mine, oh, I did a full video on this on YouTube, you know, even if I'm like, hey, I would fucking do it on TikTok if you guys didn't limit the videos to 1 minute. Like, I obviously can't do a 20-minute video on TikTok. So like, hey, if you guys want to hear my full thoughts, click the link in my bio and go to my YouTube. They crush those videos. Like, so like I'll have, 30,000, 50,000, 700,000, 40,000, 600,000. And then I'll do a video like that and it'll be like 2,200 every time. So like, and I've tried all these different ways to try to like, to get by it. If it's an algorithm, it's not an algorithm. There's definitely, I have a content moderator and they catch everything. So, so as it relates to like, I mean, that's the only platform I have that has a big enough, you know, a big enough following for, you know, to charge people, but fuck, I don't know. If I was just promoting a sports betting thing, you would think that TikTok would like that actually. I don't know. It's a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with like I thought that someone was gonna buy it. Like it's really like it's very curious to me. Like I'm very curious what's gonna happen with TikTok, because when they started all this stuff about it being Chinese and all that, I at first was like, and then the other social media platforms started suppressing all this information, and I didn't see TikTok doing that, and so I was kind of like, okay, well, I don't really care who owns it as long as, you know, people are allowed to like share their opinions, and it's not going to be super biased. That said, I was listening to this thing this morning about like Oracle did buy it. Is that official? Oracle bought it. All right, that is that's a good thing. So connecting with the Weasel, look, like this is the thing, you guys. The Weasel has a huge following. Like, I don't bring a lot of upside to someone who already has, you know, who already has like a big following. Like they just look at, if they're smart, they look at me and they're like, well, this just looks like a person that viewers would choose to watch instead of me sometimes, you know? Like the Weasel has amazing content that's nothing like mine for the most part. I am pretty sure that he watches my videos though, and I'll tell you why. Because right after I did the Mike Perry video, where I actually was on the Mike Perry getting in that fight story before everybody else, and it got like 100,000 views. The Weasel 3 or 4 hours later put out a video that was just like mine about like how, because my video was like, here's what happened, and then here's how you should manage a street fight in that scenario. And then he put out a video just like that. I've never heard him do that. I've never heard him do a fight video like that, where he's talking about what you should do in like a street fight scenario. I'm 98% sure he saw it. And then every once in a while I'll do a video and then he'll put out a video that's like it. So, I mean, and I would take that like as I would be honored if he's watching it. I fucking love his content, man. Like, I think he does. Like, I honestly, like if I got in contact with him, the first question I would ask, I'd be like, how do you know so much about the X's and O's of mixed martial arts? Like, are you a fucking black belt in everything? Because he has, I mean, his takes are so high level, man. They're so high level. But yeah, Magnum, you're right. Like, believe me, I am aware of this. Like, and so basically, like when I only started doing this in April, which is infuriating to think about, that I should have been doing it for years, and then I would be able, you know, then I would have this, you know. After watching how it went on TikTok, I'm like, Jesus, why didn't I do this years ago? But because I knew. So when we filmed the reality show about my company, that was after like all the like producers, then they all did like Undercover Boss. They were the ones that were like, dude, they're like, you are unique television. Like they're people can't do it like you. And after watching everybody filming, you know, like we have this huge production and everybody, and I was on that TV show and another one, what I realized all it is, at least I think all it is most people can't act like themselves once a camera's on. Like camera's on, and then they like think they have to do, like, this is how I talk all the time. Like literally all the time. There's no variation between how I'm behaving right now and how I behave literally all the time. And most people, when you stick them on camera, they can't do that. And candidly, I actually I struggle in other scenarios, man, like where I need to be more mechanical with how I communicate. It's really fucking hard for me. Like really, really, really hard. You know, like in like in a high level technical sales job like I have, all my success comes from creating really strong relationships with the people at the other companies. And the kind of fundamentals of like very technical communication are very fucking hard for me because all my communication is just a stream of consciousness. Oh, dude, Zimmerman, that's not better than me sober. That would just blah 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 blah. Acting fake it's not fake, man. It's like this like very regimented way of communicating where I don't know how to even explain it. Because like, you know, if you watch Jesse on Everything, if you watch my other channel, like I'll take these really complicated concepts and I'll break them down in a way that's very digestible for people who haven't even been paying attention to those topics. But that's all. It's all about people. That's the thing. Like is on the other channel. Like I'm talking about, like if I'm talking about Jeffrey Epstein, or I'm talking about, you know, whoever. If I'm talking about Trump, or I'm talking about Barack Obama, or if I'm talking to any of them or any kind of public figure, I'm like the complex issues all have to do with people and like decisions people are making, how they probably felt in that scenario, why they made the decisions that they made. It's just very different than talking through how a system is going to integrate into a different system. You know, that's just it. Like it's very challenging for me, but anyway, but I've had success because I'm excellent at creating relationships with people. But yeah, like, I always look stoned. I never smoke weed ever. Never. If I look stoned, I'm probably on mushrooms. Trying to control your presentation so much that it's not anything like, yeah, no, 100%. Like, and the thing is, I used to watch people do that and kind of go, like, I thought it was like, I thought that them having the ability to do that was some kind of like negative, you know. I'm like, wow, you can fake it. I can't even fake it. I'm so fucking real. I can't even fake that shit. And now I look at it like a tremendous skill that I wish I had so bad. Or at the very least that I need to develop. It's just hard, man. It's like, you know, like presenting off a slide, like a PowerPoint deck, you know, where you have to like be thinking about, because, you know, like if you guys actually watch my videos, it's like I'm talking about one thing, I make a point, then I think of something else and I stream of thought over conscious over there. That's why it's compelling to watch, is because you're literally, I'm hopefully what I'm trying to do is you're literally inside my brain as I'm just kind of vomiting it out. So then if it's like, no, Jesse, here, this is what you need to communicate and you need to do it in this order and don't stray. It's like, oh man, like it's just hard. Yeah, dude, Russiagate is challenging to watch. And like I was saying, like what I said in that video, it's like, I just don't understand how people, like, it's like people see things so like this, where you're like, dude, Vladimir Putin would crush the United States if he could. Like, do you guys not understand that? So like, at the very least, people should acknowledge that that is truth. And then and by the way, I'm only doing this talk because it's a fucking girl fight on and I don't care. But yeah, I mean, and then simultaneously, the media can be just using it as a scapegoat to try to crush stories they don't like, obviously. But anyway, all right. So it's always appreciate on the business side, only Schaub covers that occasionally. Spelling's out the window. Yeah. Nick Diaz style, keeping it real, just saying what's on your mind. Hopefully I do a better job communicating than Nick Diaz. But I know what you're saying. I weigh right now 195, 193. Well, 190, yeah, anywhere between 193 and 196. Better in-person communication. So my thing is like, well, and let me just say about the girl fights thing. I love Valentina Shevchenko. Like, I'll watch Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes and Rose Namajunas, all day long. But the number 5 Murphy and Shakirova. They must be trying to set these like one of them up with a title shot against someone, because how are they on the main card? I don't understand that. But yeah, I mean, like both Diaz brothers, Tony and Eddie Bravo, that would be hilarious. But yeah, like, you know, because I'll go to I'll go, you know, travel, go to a presentation. We do the presentation. I'll struggle through it. Then I'll take them out to dinner, and I'll create a bond there where, like, the people after that, they don't want to disappoint me, you know, like, and so, I mean, what's more valuable? What's more valuable? Like, you know, having like a seamless PowerPoint presentation, or having people inside that company who have a very emotional reaction that they don't want to disappoint you and they want to get the deal done, right? And COVID has just crushed me, man, because I can't go in person. It literally takes away my absolute number one way of closing business. But, you know, 2021 will open back up. Yeah. I love when people come on here and they're like, hey, show the fight. It's like, dude, you can't figure out where to stream the fight for free? Jesus. I'm gonna risk my channel so you can avoid doing 32 seconds of research. How about you go to Reddit and look at MMA streams? Like, Reddit MMA streams. You can watch it on your own, and you can listen to me while you watch it. But yeah, YouTube will throw me off instantly. That's why you can't hear it. Oh, you're in Switzerland? I hear you. Yeah, no, they'll throw me off. Also, yeah, like if I turn on the sound. So when I was on TikTok, oh man, this is actually a funny story, dude. So the very first live companion I ever did was on TikTok, and I think it was actually before I even started my YouTube channel. But so I had a ring light, I had it all set up, so it was just like this. You know, it was actually a better setup than this because I was at home, and and like I had the sound on like full blast, right? Like, or I'm sorry, no. Initially, I think that I was somehow letting them see the fights like in the background, and I got this warning across the thing that was like, "You're violating content. You know, privacy, whatever." Like, and I was like, and it's like, you're gonna get whatever. This is your final warning. So I was like, oh shit. So I flipped it around, and so they could only see me, but the sound was still on, and I just didn't know. And so I'm sitting there, and like maybe an hour or two later, they started sending me the content thing, like, you're violating the content over and over. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I'm not showing it anymore. And so I kept saying it, like, I'm not showing the fight anymore. Why is something like, who's narking me out? And they just, and like whoever it was that was moderating, they only have one way to communicate with you, which is just to send the, hey, you're violating the content. So when I would say it, they just kept sending that thing at me. And so like, I just kept getting more mad, like, cause they didn't have the ability like to send through something that's like, we can hear the sound, that's violating the content also. Like, you can't just have a pay-per-view sound on through your thing. That's the same thing. So they had no way to say that. So they just kept, so in my mind, I thought someone was like ratting me out, like, and like doing like a false act, like a false, you know, report or whatever. And so eventually I got so pissed because they just kept sending me the thing that I was like, which motherfucker is doing, like, in my mind, for sure, someone is false reporting me. And so my response to the viewers was, you know, accusatory with a nasty slur, you know, not anything like racial or anything like that, but just like a word that you used to use if you were about to punch someone in the face that you would never use anymore. But it just came out because I was so mad. Again, not a race thing or anything like that. And never was, as far as I was concerned, it never was a slur of any kind, but apparently now it is. And so I said it, and then they just immediately shut off my stream. Like, it was just like, boom, done. I was like, oh, well, So they gave me 50. There you go. Correct. They gave me dozens of warnings. I just didn't know. I didn't understand. Then later, someone was like, dude, it's because you could hear it. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, so there was literally like some moderator watching it, like, idiot. Like, and the only, I'm there watching me yell at the camera, and they have no ability to be like, it's because of the sound. And they didn't want to cut my stream because they're like, I see this guy's clearly trying to do the right thing, but we just have no ability to communicate to him. So we're just going to keep sending the same notification to him until I completely lost my shit. And then they cut the stream. They suspended me. I couldn't live stream for 10 days. And my growth on TikTok, like, that's the thing, dude. When you get violations, I think this is kind of the case on all the social media platforms. Like, if you're a content creator, it's so easy to socially engineer what we do. It's unbelievable. I mean, listen, to socially engineer anything, all you need to know is what are the incentives that the incentives and the KPIs that a person's watching, right? So like if a person is like, trying to grow a channel and they're daily checking what their growth is, you figure out really quick, like, oh, I got a violation and my growth got chopped by 90% a day. You realize you're like, oh, I'm in the doghouse. So you're like, I'm never doing that ever again. Whatever you did, you're like, I'm never doing that again. So like they literally socially engineer you like you're a mouse or a rat. But I mean, listen, here's the other thing. Like I'll stay off politics, but I will talk about the social media stuff, which is that it's not like when I listen to this guy who was a content moderator he was actually talking about how they were biased. But when I was listening to him talk, it's not as sinister as it sounds, man. Like it really isn't. He was talking about the stuff that their job was to delete. And it's like, dude, they have to have that, like they have to have content moderators. They have to. Like he was saying all day long, this guy and this guy was on the side of, the other side of, the way the bias goes, which is why he ended up being a whistleblower. But the point was, like, when he was talking about what he was doing, that's a job that needs to be there. I mean, he was sitting there deleting like child pornography, cartel murders, like the cartel people would murder someone and then they would post it on Facebook and video of it and stuff. And then like, I mean, you have to have people that flag and remove that stuff, dude. You can't have kiddie porn on a social media platform, obviously. But then, with that comes people are going to kind of, there's some level of like sovereignty that each person has over the decisions that they make when they're moderating content. And so, if you're a person who leans one way really hard, obviously certain kind of content is going to look more questionable to you than another kind of content. And it's not like, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's like some big sinister thing going on. That said, there also was that. And like, I would encourage you guys to go look it up, go on YouTube and look up social media content or Facebook content moderator whistleblower and watch some of the interviews that he's done. Cause it's really fascinating. Like, another thing happened to me was I went and like, so Mouthy Buddha's channel got deleted, which I cannot believe that. Like I cannot believe that was he and Mix Molly are my two like diehard favorite channels, like Mix Molly obviously, and Mouthy Buddha, because he does like his documentaries are so centrist and so well researched, man. Like it was like, he'll take what are ultimately like hardcore conspiracy theories. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm a rational person. Okay. So I'm not going to listen to any of the crazy stuff. I'm going to actually go research this. And then I'm going to debunk the crazy stuff and then tell you what's actually real. Because in some cases, and a lot of cases, he's like, I couldn't really figure out whether this was real or this was real or whatever. But in this case, here's what I came up with. And there's no evidence to show this crazy right-wing conspiracy. However, this over here, this part of it ended up being true. And here's how I proved it. So it's like a fascinating. He did such a good job. Like I would highly encourage you guys go on BitChute, BITCHUTE. And, it's a newer channel over there, but he has a lot of his stuff up there, and but he ventured into a topic that that's apparently some very powerful people did not want him venturing into, and they got him shut down. It's just crazy, like crazy. I'm not even going to say out loud. I'm not even going to cite what he was talking about because I don't want to risk my channel. But like, but yeah, he announced the fourth installment of that, and then it was supposed to come out October 26th, and they deleted his channel. I was like, damn, man, that is a pretty draconian move, given that, I don't know, his content to me seems very, very well researched and not ideologically driven, where it's really like, that's kind of the point, is he finds these really, really crazy stuff that people are saying, and he sets out to either prove it or disprove it. And he's like, and that's what he does. He got on their radar with some very questionable decisions. One in particular, he did a video that was such a bad decision to do, right? Like he did one on QAnon. It was like, is this real? Is this not real? He did such a good job breaking down just like what QAnon is, what they believe, why they believe it, etc. It's just so much more interesting to me than like, these people are crazy or these people are not crazy, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, tell me about them. Like, what do they think? Like, and what's true, what's crazy, whatever. But he did another one that I'll just refer to as the JQ. You can go look that up. Where I was like, dude, what? Probably should have just left that one alone, But anyway, the reason why I was thinking about that is because I was on BitChute, which is totally unmoderated. That's kind of like the whole point. It's totally unmoderated, and I was watching the JQ one because I'd never seen it, and I fell asleep during it. And it's like autoplay, like, so it started auto playing stuff. And when I woke up, I mean, dude, it was on some shit that I was like, oh, okay, so this is why the world has content moderators. Like this, you would never see this video on YouTube, nor should you. Like, I don't have any problem with them taking this thing that's playing in my ear and just being like, yeah, this is not gonna be on our platform. But again, the problem is who makes those decisions, and then when are the people making decisions basing their opinions on only reading a certain type of content that tends to like skew reality, and so they think they're deleting things that aren't true, that just might not be the case. Anyway, all right, so let's see who's next. I'm gonna bet this Cannoneer fight right now. I got totally sidetracked on that, but oops. The one good thing about Mouthy Buddha, though, is when he got deleted, he said that he knew it was going to happen and it was okay. Because, like, some content creators, like, being on YouTube is their sole source of income. Like, it's their sole. Think about this, man. Think about, like, if you're on YouTube and you've been doing it for 10 years, like, you build up a big enough following that, like, I mean, you can make real money on YouTube. That is the ultimate goal of what I'm doing. Like Chael, Chael is making real money on YouTube. He's probably making, well into six figures for sure. He does a couple videos a day. He probably makes around 1,000, depending on the video. He probably makes between $750 and $2,500 a day, something like that, ballpark on what Chael Sonnen does. And he just cranks out content. Ultimately, that's the goal with this channel, is to do that, so that, like, that's why I do the videos the way that I do, and I don't like over edit them or any of that, like, because I know I could grow the channel a lot faster if I did heavily edited videos, because YouTube favors that kind of content. But what I'm driving towards is to be able to do a channel like Chael's, and so that's and monetize it that way, where I can make $1,000 a day, $1,500 a day, just doing what I love doing and talking into the camera. And so I can't like build the channel one way and then just completely, abandon that and do it the other. I mean, I don't know. If there's someone who does incredibly well, edited MMA videos, you guys want to partner up and we could kind of like, alternate. We could talk about that. But anyway, I don't even remember. Oh, but okay. So imagine you've been doing that for like 8 years. That's your sole way of earning money. And then YouTube decides that they're going to chop your channel. It's like, that'd be utterly catastrophic to someone with a family. Cause like for the last, like you go on your resume, they're like, what have you been doing for the last 8 years? You're like, oh, I've been making YouTube videos. They're like, that doesn't really give you qualifications to work here. And they're like, okay, but listen, man, like, I got used to making this much money a month. I never thought it was going to end, and it just stopped all at once. Like, I'll work so hard. You have no idea. I have a family. I have kids. Like, I will have to work. And they're like, what does that have to do with your qualifications for this job, dude? Like, it doesn't have much to do with that. So that's why you just need to be, if you're going to professionally do YouTube, it doesn't make YouTube like the bad guys. It doesn't make Google the bad. You just need to be cognizant of what you're saying and just not why put yourself at risk. Like, they're a private company and they don't want certain kinds of content on the channel. I mean, just protect yourself and don't do it. Yeah, but Stannis, if they were, I wouldn't say it. Yeah, I hear you, Stannis. Like on that, but dude, it is a real job for some people. Like they work 8 hours. They like that. YouTube is the way that they like reach a group, and then that's their job. Like it's like before, if you were going to be some kind of like person that people watch, you need to figure out a way to like get a gig in television, and you have to like figure out a way to fight your way on. And if you're older and you have a family, it's not like you can go take you just couldn't do it. This is a way where like, if you have talent and a plan and you're consistent and you create content. I mean, I'm literally proof of that. I built this is obviously just the very, very beginning, but I built 7,000 subscribers in 6 months, and by posting every single day for the most part, 6 days a week at least. Correct, Chris. Yeah, like because basically, like you look at it like this. Like if your video gets 100,000 views, you'll make between $700 and $1,000, something like that. Like probably 500 to 7. Basically, like if for every million views, you make between $4,500 and $7,500. Just depends on like people watching the ads, etc. Yeah, don't skip my ads, dude. Guys. No, but yeah, like so if you do a million views, it's call it on average like, I don't know, $5,500 to $6,000. And so yeah, I mean, if you're a person who gets 60,000 to 200,000 views per video and you do 2 of them a day, that's a real living, 100%. And then for other people, like the really big ones that do like, that do millions of views on every single video they do. I mean, it's ridiculous dough, man. Like, make $7,000 a day doing a YouTube video. I mean, pretty good. All right. So Jacob Malkoon versus Phil Haas. Let's go. Let's see if Gabrielle is back. I'll have her come say hi to you guys. Yeah, but no one's asking you to do evil on YouTube. You just have to know there are certain topics that are very risky to talk about. She's getting her eyes tattooed, or her eyebrows tattooed. Wait, so Jacob Malkooney's only 4-0. fighting out of Sydney. He must be Robert Whittaker's buddy or something. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Cannonier is a very small favorite. Ooh. I just have this weird feeling that this is going to win. That I have this weird feeling that Cannonier is going to win by first round knockout. Okay. So I want all you guys to remember that I said that, and I might even put a little bit on it because that feels like that would be a big. Oh, wow. That's not even that big of a. Wow. Do you guys know what the odds are for Cannonier to win by first round knockout? Plus 350. That's insane. That's crazy. I've never seen. So, like, the odds makers are saying that the most likely scenario out of how. So, like, Jared Cannonier, you could bet it. He wins in round 1, he wins in round 2, he wins in round 3, or he wins by decision. They're saying the most likely scenario is that he knocks him out in the first round. How crazy is that? That is really crazy. And then they got they're saying, and then Robert Whittaker. So actually, the most likely scenario they're saying is Robert Whittaker by decision. But that is nuts, man. I mean, Cannonier is a monster, though, dude. What? Did I just look down and miss this entire fight? God, that see? This is what happens when you don't have when you don't have the sound on, man. How fast was that? Dude, it's too bad that I didn't say I was thinking first round knockout about this guy. So let's see. They're saying, yeah. So they got Jared Cannonier inside the distance is only plus 135. Robert Whittaker wins by decision is plus 185. So yeah, they're saying Jared Cannonier by knockout is the most likely, but he's only a minus 120. Like, so that you'd be crazy to take the inside the distance bet. Why not just take him to win? Like, why would you chop yourself out of the option of him winning by decision for, a 55 point swing? Like, no one would do that. Yeah, I love Whittaker too, but dude, Cannonier is a monster, dude. Like, when he was gonna fight Darren Till, I was nervous about that, man. I was nervous for Till, man, because let's see. So he lost to Jan Blachowicz and Dominic Reyes at 205, came down to 185, and has obliterated everyone. David Branch, TKO. Anderson Silva broke his leg. And then Jack Hermanson, who just beat Kelvin, knocked him out in the second. Jeez, man. So his losses. Yeah, Glover Teixeira. Who's this Sean? Oh, Sean Jordan. He's heavyweight, right? Yeah, so he lost at heavy. So he's never lost at middleweight. And I was listening to him on the lead up show, and he was talking about kind of like perfecting his body and like making sure. Oh, here we go. Now I can finally get to see this fight that I completely missed. By the way, I'll bet you. Oh, Oh, wow. Wow. He's a beast, man. So Phil Haas, let's see what that guy looks like. Let's see what his record is. Oh, he's only 8-2. So he lost. Okay, so that was. Wait, what? What the hell? It's not even on Sherdog yet. Oh, because it just happened. They were on it on that other fight. So he's 9-2. That is so weird that ended up on the main card. Like this guy Jacob Malkoun, who he was fighting, was 4-0, and this guy Phil Haas had just won on Dana White's Contender Series. How the hell did that end up on the main card, man? That is super weird, dude. I mean, it's good. You won by first round knockout. Good for him. And this guy had fought in EMMA, WW, HFS. That is so bizarre that this was on the main card. Anyway. Yeah, I'm sure one of them was a replacement for sure. Let's see. Robert is 9-1 at middleweight. Don't sleep on. I'm not sleeping on him at all. I'm just saying, I've seen him get hurt a lot. Like he got hurt against Yoel Romero, pulled it out. He, obviously Israel knocked him out. It's just one of those things where, like, for me, at least for me, when I've seen a guy get hurt. Hey, by the way, if you guys haven't liked this video, will you guys just do that real quick? I would be extremely grateful. But anyway, so like if you've seen a guy get hurt and he's going to take shots, and then you have to, you obviously need to factor in who's going to be delivering those shots in this fight. And so you're like, all right. and it's Cannonier, you're like, eesh, he's probably not going to be able to eat a lot of shots from Jared Cannonier. You know what I mean? Thank you guys very much. So so let me just ask you guys, and obviously I'm asking you to work against your self-interest if you care about whatever, not really actually, but so if I chopped my YouTube and was only uploading 2 to 3 times a week, but I was uploading 12 videos a week on Patreon, would you guys subscribe? I wouldn't make it like expensive or anything. Let me know while I lay this bet. That's awesome. Dude, it's like, so it's funny because like Mouthy Buddha talks about how he's always shocked when people subscribe or pay on Patreon. And that's kind of how that's how I've thought about it. I'm like, man, that would be thank you guys, man. Patreon works like it's like a subscription basically. So like I can't remember how much the only 2 Patreon guys I pay are Mix Molly and Mouthy Buddha. But basically it's like you pay a monthly fee that the creator sets, which is, obviously it's up to the creator, but like, if I was like, oh, here it's $300 a month, I would imagine it wouldn't get a lot of subscribers. So like people set the price like what they think is reasonable, and then they put exclusive content on there. So like Mouth, or let me see, like Mix Molly, he usually does like, I don't know, a lot of times he'll put content on Patreon first, and then later on he'll move it over to YouTube. And like Mouthy Buddha, the last thing he posted just is that my YouTube channel's been removed, but that's okay. Hello. See, that's the thing. YouTube, I believe. Hey, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Are you guys able to do like super chats right now? I'm just asking, like, if that's is that do you guys see an option for super chats? Because I don't know. I feel like maybe I don't. Yeah, no, that's bizarre. Um. Oh, here. I don't know. Okay. So I just turned on monetization. I don't know if you guys end up getting like commercials. Tell me, and I'll turn it off. Um. Yeah. I don't know. Like I just turned on monetization, so maybe it'll change it. But I just I don't know. If you guys start seeing commercials, let me know. So well here, so this is what Mouthy Buddha said on Patreon about his channel getting removed. He said my channel's been removed and that's okay. Hello everyone, the inevitable happened, but it was to be expected. My content will resume as usual and continue on BitChute. I will also upload on Patreon and potentially other platforms in the future. Here's my BitChute. I'm currently in negotiations with a producer regarding a new full-length documentary of which your support will be incredibly useful. It's full steam ahead. I intend on being more present here on Patreon. So yeah, like a lot of times people on Patreon, like actually let me see what Justin first round knockout, what those odds are. I hadn't even looked at those yet. But first let me bet on Jared Cannonier real quick. Let me just make this bet and be done with it. Boom, done. Okay. No, no, his channel got deleted. You have to go to BitChute to watch his stuff. And I mean, like I said, Mix Molly is my favorite content creator on earth, and Mouthy Buddha is right next to him. Like, yeah, I think you can actually do year bundles. I think I think it's like I'm pretty sure basically like the concept is they enable creators to kind of make whatever their whatever terms they want, and I've been like I look around YouTube and I look at like it's possible that when I set it up and I didn't do monetization that it's just not going to allow super chats, but that's fine. But I look around at how people. Oh shit! Michael Chandler's talking. Hang on, let me hear what Michael Chandler says.
I just want to keep doing what I've been doing over the last decade. I'm going to bite down on my mouthpiece. I'm going to come across this octagon and show the fans who I am. I believe I want a top 5 guy right away.
He believes he's a top 5 guy right away.
We shall see. But I believe I will be knocking on this UFC lightweight door very soon. Chandler, when you look.
All right. So he says that he thinks he's going to be getting a title shot very soon. I imagine that him and Tony Ferguson will probably fight. Yeah, it's exactly like OnlyFans, but for real content creators. Basically, Chandler he thinks, I saw this actually earlier, like in an article, but he thinks he's one fight away from the title, which might be true if he fights Tony. But again, I said this on TikTok last night. This is actually probably an exceptional topic for me to cover given the fights that are on right now. As far as who's going to get the next title shot, like if Conor obliterates Dustin Poirier, he's going to get the next title shot. Okay, like straight up. If there's no Chandler on Ferguson, I have no idea. Like it completely depends on like if it's Tony Ferguson prior to the Justin Gaethje fight, I think he beats Chandler, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But if Conor assuming that the Conor and Dustin Poirier fight happens, which it looks like it's going to January 23rd or whatever, if Conor runs through him, like really hurts him, like or not hurts him, but just fucks him up, like knocks him out in the first round or beats him up real bad and then knocks him out in the second round, I mean, he's going to get the next title shot. I mean, he just will. There's just no two ways about it. It doesn't matter. Like there's if that's the outcome, there's no other scenario that could change it. If Conor runs through Dustin, he'll get the next title shot, whether it's against Khabib or Gaethje. Doesn't. I honestly think even if Gaethje beats Khabib, the only way that Gaethje would end up rematching Khabib if Gaethje wins, if Conor obliterates Dustin, is if it's a really tight decision. Like if Gaethje wins a real tight decision that people think Khabib could have won, then maybe you see an immediate rematch. If Justin wins by stoppage and then Conor obliterates Dustin, Conor's fighting Gaethje next. And that fight would be a beast, man. And that's what Gaethje said he wants. He said he wanted to beat Tony, beat Khabib, and then beat Conor. And I believe he said maybe one more fight and then he'd be done. And Walt Harris is on right now. Walt Harris versus Alexander Volkov. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if Gaethje, yeah, I mean, like Gaethje, he said that he's retiring his mom as soon as no. Khabib, like I see what you're saying. Khabib won't fight Conor. That's not true, actually. Like, so now he's backing off that. Him and his coach are backing off that. He'll fight if Conor beats Dustin, he'll fight him. He'll fight him for sure. Especially, honestly, I mean, like, listen, guys, you gotta travel context. That is a fucking great point, dude. That is an exceptional point, man. Very smart and accurate. That, wow, I didn't even fucking think about that. That's true, man. If the contract's not signed, what he said, you guys, if you didn't see it, if the contract with Dustin isn't signed yet, because Conor's waiting this thing out to see who wins. Because if Khabib wins, then Conor needs to fight Dustin. But if Gaethje wins, Conor could potentially just walk in and fight Gaethje immediately. And you're right. That's fucking true, dude. That is an excellent observation. Fuck, I hadn't even thought about that, man. I could make a whole other video about that. That is rare when someone figures out an angle that I was not thinking about, and that's totally fucking right. You're totally fucking right about that. The Khabib weigh-in, I think that Dustin beat Justin last, so if Justin wins, that'll be his shot. I know that's what he said. He said he wanted to beat Khabib, he wanted to beat Conor, then he wanted to beat Dustin. That's exactly what Gaethje said. He said those are the three fights that he wants. But I'll tell you right now, okay? I will tell you right now. If he becomes a champion, I know it's like all, oh no, man, for me it's all about legacy and da-da-da. If he becomes a champion and he's gonna get the pay-per-view point, he's taking that Conor fight. Okay. He's trying to retire his whole family. Like, this is a guy who is all about family. Like, you just need to understand people's incentives, man. Like, what drives them, like what's important to them. And then you can pretty much predict what they're doing or what they're going to do. And wow, Walt Harris looks like he's in fucking great shape, man. I'm gonna bet on him actually right now. Wow. All right, you guys heard it here. I just bet Walt Harris based on his body because he looks like he's in so much better shape than we've ever seen him before. Boom, done. Bet Walt Harris. He looks good, dude. Oh my God. Oh man, I'm bumping that bet, dude. All right, so listen, you guys, like I told you guys, every once in a while, I will bet guys based on how they look coming into the fight and how the other guy looked. So the Ortega fight, like I posted, I looked at Ortega's face. I looked at I could see there was something off about the zombie, and I could see Ortega was bulletproof confident, and I bet Ortega and I won. I am extraordinarily confident in Walt Harris right now. Not just his body looks good, but I'm just talking about his demeanor. He's going to win. I'm betting more. Hold up. What's up, Jen? Let's see what Walt Harris by knockout is. Yeah. Yep, I'm betting more. He looks. Let's see. Let me see Volkov. Hold on. Yep, Walt Harris. Let's go. More. Boop. Woo. All right, so we need Walt Harris, then Cannonier. If Walt loses, he's but dude, hey baby, close the door, please. Jen, close the door. Yeah, I mean, first of all, Volkov has a fucking badass back tattoo. If you're a fucking professional fighter, that's what you get. You get a fucking entire back piece of the face of a samurai warrior. Ooh, Volkov looks excited to fight. Volkov looks very excited. But Walt Harris looks like that Walt Harris has that look of a person who's floating into the octagon with like he wants to be there. He's confident. His body looks so. I guarantee he changed his training. He's probably on HGH now. It's my bet. Let's go. So remember, I don't know if you guys were watching when I did the live with when I did the live of Gaethje versus Ferguson, and I bet fucking Gaethje with you guys on. I told everybody I was gonna bet Gaethje, but let's see. Let's go look at what the odds are of Gaethje, or oh wait, I think I already looked at that. Yeah, Gaethje in round 1 is plus 900. Damn. They've got it Khabib on points is most likely. Wait. Do I think Gaethje is too durable and evasive for Conor to beat before he gets tired? Fuck no. I think Conor will beat Gaethje. Anybody who's going to stand with Conor is going to fucking lose, except, like if you're fighting at 155 or whatever, like you're going to lose. But unless you're fucking Nate Diaz, who's literally like inhuman, his chin is inhuman. I mean, like his chin doesn't even make sense. Gaethje has a good chin, not as good as Nate Diaz. Attaboy Walt. Attaboy Walt. I had no plans on betting on Walt until I saw him walk out, for the record. And candidly, I didn't see Volkov before I did it. Volkov looked pretty fucking good too. That tattoo is bananas. That tattoo is fucking bananas. Ooh, Volkov's good, man. Volkov is good. And maybe he has like PTSD from fighting big black American fighters, like when Derek Lewis put him down at the end of their fight. Walt wants that left cross right down the middle real bad. Ooh. That was actually really good on Walt's part, man. Like when you throw a leg kick, you tuck your chin, and Walt did that because he got caught clean, but he got caught clean right on the top of the head because he had his chin down. Damn, Volkov looks fucking good, you guys. Not gonna lie. Volkov looks pretty fucking good. All right, so Volkov is long, man. How tall is he? Let's go. How many of you guys are actually, if you guys like, put in the chat if you guys are actually watching this fight versus like, are you guys watching what I'm watching? Whoa! Attaboy, Walt. Damn, Vulcan. You're at 205. Me too. I'm at 205. Damn, Volkov looks really good. Oh! Dude, Volkov looks good, but he's getting caught with that left hand. This is a close round so far. Ooh, nice kick. Volkov just landed a vicious leg kick. Man, Volkov, he is telegraphing when he comes in, though. Let me see. Let's see what is. Oh, he lost to Curtis Blades last too. Yeah, he is. He doesn't do. He beat Greg Hardy, so. But they had him fight 3 American black fighters in a row. 4 now. 4. Oh shit! That's it. I'm gonna lose this bet now. Fuck me. Oh man, yeah. Oh, maybe not. Harris is dangerous, but Volkov is a better fighter for sure. Damn. Oh, nice shot. Come on. So, yeah, if I was going to bet again now, I would bet on Volkov. Yeah, Volkov is whipping his ass. Not whipping his ass, but like he looks a lot fresher. But also he has almost gotten caught like straight by that Walt Harris left a lot. So I mean he can be knocked out. I don't even remember how much did I bet on Gaethje? Let's see. Oh yeah. I still can't believe that that parlay, like Justin Gaethje and Derek Lewis is paying 11-1. Ooh, that a boy, Walt. Dude, Volkov is huge, man. He's huge. Oh. This is close, man. Eddie Alvarez gave Connor some nasty leg kicks. I must have missed that because I'm pretty sure that Connor just walked through Eddie Alvarez like he wasn't there. This is the least toxic YouTube community. Yeah, I know. We keep it like that. Oh, no. Wait, what just happened? Oh, man, if he got hit in the solar plex, I can tell you that is not a shot I can take. Let's see. Oh, right in the solar plex, dude. Oh, man, I know that shot. Dude, I know that shot. I know that fucking shot, man. That is brutal, dude. I like when I used to train, they'd lay me on my back and take a medicine ball and they would like they pound it into people's solar plex. Dude, I can manage about this much of that. Like that much is enough for me to be like, oh my god, like there's like I literally think I have like some kind of defect. There's like a little off button on me right there to the solar. Fuck, if I took that kick, yeah, that wouldn't be good. It's fucking hard to hit someone there though, man. Dude, I mean, Jack the Greek, I'm gonna actually put that fight on right here on my other computer just to revisit it. But I definitely do not remember that being the case. Like because let me see, hang on. Let's see. All right. All right. Now this is just on YouTube. So we can watch it together. Can't believe I bet on Walt Harris. What an idiot. All right. Now, YouTube, this is an old fight. This is an old fight that is public use. So don't strike me. Let's go. All right. Oh, yeah, there. He landed a leg kick. Oh, yeah, he did land some leg kicks. And then let's see what happens when Connor lands anything. It's like getting struck by lightning. Shit, you're right, dude. He did land some leg kicks, man. In the first 30 seconds of the fight. Everybody keep in mind, this was Conor coming up to 155 as the 145-pound champion to fight the 155-pound champion that everyone on earth picked to destroy him. Oopsie. Conor's stand-up. Dude, MMA or Mix Molly and I were talking about Gaethje versus Conor, and he was saying, and he's like, Conor's stand-up is poetry in motion, which is exactly right. Look at how relaxed he is, man. Like, look at how relaxed he is. I know Alvarez beat Poirier and Gaethje. As soon as Cannonier and Whitaker come on, we'll turn this off. Ooh. Khabib wins the rematch. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. But Conor knocked Poirier out in 90 seconds. So. Whoa, Cannonier is looking like a killer gorilla. George Masvidal changed the course of his career. Why are they talking about George Masvidal? Oh my God, what are they announcing with George Masvidal?
3 times already in this fight.
Oh, he won Fighter of the Year. I didn't know that. That's awesome. George Masvidal won. I'm rooting for Cannonier. It was a weird shot in the over the ear. I see. I want. That's true. Well, now, especially now that Chimaev is going to fight Leon Edwards, which means if he fights for the title, it'll be at 170, not 185. But you know what's crazy though is like, how does Conor get so tired when look at he's not even expending any energy. Like, look at how relaxed he is in there. Like, I don't understand how he runs out of energy so fast, given how relaxed he is. Look at his body move, though, dude. The way, look at that. He has arms. He can hit you from a mile away, dude. Such good movement in there. He's a surgeon. Good punch to the body there by Alvarez. 30. No, I don't think Dustin will lose because he's friendly with Conor. I think he'll lose because Conor is the best stand-up fighter in this division's history. Dude, I can't fucking believe we're going to watch Khabib versus Justin Gaethje in less than an hour. How crazy is that? Let's take a look at the first knockdown here. So this is also Whitaker and Cannonier. That's number 1 and number 2. One more look at that. Boom. And then watch this bang with the second one.
Here's the third knockdown to fight. Just a giant round for Conor McGregor.
I love Khabib, man. Like, I'm like deeply nervous about it because I think shut up. Gaethje just knocked out Khabib. Like, I have this gut feeling that Gaethje's gonna win. What the fuck do I know? I just thought fucking Walt Harris was gonna win. But I don't know, man. If Khabib wins, I might cry. If Khabib loses, I might cry.
A big round one and a completely unsuccessful one for Eddie. He threw a couple of body shots that landed, but really didn't establish any of his game. There's that front kick to the body again.
Uh-oh. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Just dive in, Alvarez. Look at his reach, dude. It's so crazy. I'm not even talking about – I'm just talking about how good he is. I mean, Conor used his kicks against fucking Cowboy. Dude, you guys want to watch one of the best fucking shows ever? Have any of you guys watched 000 on Amazon? That show is ridiculously good. I couldn't fucking believe how good that show was. Look at that, dude. Ciao. Cannonier is a monster, man. Ooh. But Whitaker is such a savage, man.
Grew up on the mean streets of North Philadelphia. Good defense so far by Conor. Able to stuff all these takedown attempts by Eddie.
Like, think about it. Look at how easy it is for Conor to shut down the takedown against Alvarez. And look at how easy it was for Khabib to take him down. And I'm pretty sure he's about to get knocked out. Just in time for the fights. This last combination is insane. Look at this. Boop, boop, boop. And good night. All right. Now, imagine that fighting against Justin Gaethje. Be so fun, dude. What's your fake? Dude, it's not real. Why you shot it? I don't understand what he's talking about. Those are not hard punches. Okay. So go watch the Dustin Poirier fight, and he gets hit with the exact same type of thing, a grazing shot over his head, and he's unconscious. That is Conor's punches are like lightning bolts, man. If that was like a fluke thing and that only happened to him, then okay. But it happens to everyone that fights him. All right, let's go. That's correct, Chris Zimmerman. Precision beats time, beats speed, and wait, it was like I can't remember. You're all fake. Let's go, Jared. Dude, can you imagine getting locked in a fucking cage with that guy, knowing you're going to fight until one of you guys is unconscious? I'm like, dude, can we just skip to the part where, like, you got it, dude? These guys are such savages, man. Do, 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 do. Who do I have winning here? I've got Cannoneer. But what do I know? I am not doing well betting on Black American fighters so far today. So we'll see. Um, will Connor and Khabib reconcile as old men? I think maybe actually. I know, like Connor, it's not personal with him, man. Like it's like I don't know, like with Connor, it really is about business. Like even though he didn't say it's just business during their fight, but I think if Khabib reached out and wanted to reconcile, Connor would be down. I think if Connor reached out, wait, heads up, we detected copyright audio and video in your stream. That's not true, dude. Wait, why can't I read the rest of this? Yeah, no, but that's not. If they put it out as public, can't you? I thought you can sample that stuff. No. How old do you think I am, guy? Yeah, the warning is gone now too. $26 or $58. Those are not that much different in terms of how far apart they are from my actual age. I'm not 152, 21. They said that it was an egregious case of gyno. Yeah, but why did it only come on one side? Isn't that weird? Is that a serious guess? You think I'm 44? There you go. That's correct. 37 to 43 range. Something I learned from the video is that there's fast esters of testosterone half-life. Yeah, no, I know. I know that, but like but yeah, why would it happen on one side? Torn pectoral muscle? Gyno having to appear on both sides has been debunked. Really? See, I've only seen it on both sides. I already told you guys how old I was earlier. Let's go. Yeah, correct. Is that Gabrielle? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Darky, you tricked me. I thought you were serious. I thought you were ahead and the fight was going to start and Cannonier was going to knock him out like the first 5 seconds. Whoa, oh my God. Did you see the kick he threw at 4:15? If he would have landed that, Whitaker's head would have landed in the 4th row. Dude, 4:15, Cannonier might have thrown the most aggressive head kick attempt I've ever seen, dude. He almost threw himself out of the octagon. Dude, Whitaker's fucking good, man. Whitaker is very, very good. I can't believe it's a 3-round fight, though, man. It's too bad they can't just, in some cases, just agree, okay, this fight obviously needs to be 5 rounds. Ooh. Ooh! Oh, my God. Those back-to-back kicks behind Whitaker's leg. Dude, people do not – you guys do not you don't understand how few of those you can take from a guy like him unchecked to the back of your leg. Ooh, he checked that one. Good job, Whitaker. God, Whitaker is fucking good, man. I sleep on him all the time. Ooh! Dude, Whitaker is fucking good, man. It's crazy what it does to your mental seeing a guy get knocked out. I watched Israel knock him out, and I started thinking of Whitaker as a sloppy fighter. He's not that at all. He's just sloppy compared to fucking Israel Adesanya. But Jesus, he's good, man. Cannonier is he's tentative now. But Jesus, his fucking legs are gargantuan. Look at his thighs. Look at fucking Cannonier's thighs. You got to go for that kick again, man. Kick his leg. You got 2 right on the button behind his knee. Again. He checked 1 and he stopped throwing it. Okay, I won't yell who did it. Zimmerman. Ooh. Nice kick. I think Whitaker's winning this round, actually. I cannot fucking believe that Gaethje is fighting Khabib after this. It still hasn't registered in my mind that we're about to watch that fight. Wow, Whitaker looks great, man. I mean, Whitaker looks great. What a round for Whitaker, man. Excellent, excellent work. He threw so much shit at him. That was awesome. Yeah, definitely round one to Whitaker for sure. Well, Jared stopped throwing them. But those weren't even the worst ones. This one right here, where he throws this one right here in the replay, where he throws the second one. But yeah, he's got Cannonier nervous, man. Ooh. Man, Whitaker, if he can keep this up, dude, I mean, it's gonna take Cannonier's gonna have to land something big, because Whitaker is clearly gonna land more strikes. Whitaker is definitely gonna land more strikes. Cannonier is gonna have to like hit him hard. Damn, Cannonier landed 12 fucking leg kicks. Throw another one. What are you doing? He's got Cannonier thinking so much about his punches, about slipping his punches, that he's not throwing kicks anymore. Who's on Whitaker's team? Who does Whitaker train with? Because his striking has gotten more surgical, it looks like more precise. Like Cannonier, you need to throw. There you go. There you go. Now he's starting to have trouble putting weight on that front leg. Keep kicking it, man. Keep on kicking it. That, and you guys want to know what one of the main things to watch in the Gaethje and Khabib fight is going to be? Is what happens when Gaethje throws leg kicks. So he's going to throw those calf kicks, because if he tries to throw one and Khabib takes him down, that's going to be the last fucking kick that he throws. So but if he can, wait, that guy that got the KO before is on his team. Oh, nice. Not sure. Crazy. I'll tell you this, dude. If Khabib wins, he's going to retire undefeated. He's not going to lose his last fight. Like this is it. Like this is it. This is it for Khabib. I mean, there's just no one that could be in front of him that poses more danger than Justin Gaethje from a stylistic matchup. I mean, it is just plain and simple. No one can convince me otherwise. So if he beats Gaethje, he's going to end up where he wanted to be. Man, this Cannonier is nervous, man. Yeah, Whitaker's going to win. 100%. I mean, pretty confident can say that. Whitaker's just picking him apart with that jab. Oh, wow. Whitaker got a takedown too? Damn, dude, Whitaker is a savage, man. That kick, that fucking leg kick, though, man. Again, just keep on doing it. That's the only way. That's your way, Cannonier. He's bouncing on it, but that's gotta be fucking hurting, man. You can win chopping down a guy's legs. Yeah, that's true, dude. Travel context, you fucking on it today, my man. I totally agree with that. If Cannonier loses, and now you got Khamzat going at welterweight, yeah, maybe Israel goes up. Oh, dude, didn't want the Whitaker smoke. That's a bad matchup for Whitaker, man. There was nothing close about Israel versus Whitaker. Israel's a different animal, man. Whitaker could be champ again if Israel goes up. It's the same as like it's the same thing as like Conor versus Khabib. It's just a catastrophic matchup, with the current champion. I mean, dude, everyone thinks that they could just wrestle Izzy. I mean, if it's that simple, why doesn't somebody fucking do it? I literally cannot explain to you guys how excited I am to see what happens with this Gaethje and Khabib fight. I honestly don't give a shit about the money then. I don't care at all. I'm not even though I have money on Gaethje, I just want I'm not going to be disappointed if Khabib is winning. And at least Gaethje's not black because black American fighters are not good bets for me right now. So maybe switch it up. And that's just all I'm saying is this from a superstitious standpoint. Dude, why? Oh my God! You know what else? You know what else I saw Weidman say? They said that Weidman's coach said that Weidman would ragdoll Khamzat Chimaev. That's it, Cannonier. Whitaker KO. That's it. Bye-bye. Damn, fucking Whitaker is a gamer, man. A gamer. See now Whitaker knows he can just stay in this position and win the fight. Wait, what did they just say? They said something about Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Oh shit! So Whitaker really is if Whitaker's at a Gracie camp, then this fight's over. He's not gonna let him up. Whitaker is a savage, man. Dude, if Whitaker could oh man, full mount, that's it. If Whitaker just did some kind of random character what's his name, Colby, he'd make a lot more money. That's the thing, it is I don't know, you don't need to your character doesn't need to be super political or anything. Just do a character, do something, man. How many of you guys watched the video that I did about Leon Edwards where I said that he should just go crazy, start doing just crazy shit? How many of you guys watched that video? Because if not, I'm going to go grab it. Because I honestly think it's like the best video I ever did. Like, cause it's. Hold on. All right.
Now, because you are not making.
There you go. I just put it in the chat. That was my Leon Edwards one. I watched that back. I was like, that's a pretty fucking good video I did. Like he just goes nuts. Like just start recording himself going completely crazy. And it would get attention. Like, I don't understand why no, he shouldn't. Not if he wants to make money. I'm just talking about if he wants to make money. Like we're talking about money. Like I said, dude, like, you know, ooh, man, Whitaker beat the shit out of Cannonier, man. He really beat his ass. Levels to this game, son. I wonder what would have happened in the Till fight against Cannonier. After watching this, I bet it would have just been a chess match. Like, you know, they would have gone back and forth, and like Till is incredible. Till might be honest to God. Whoa! Oh! Oh my God. All right, Whitaker held him off. Okay, but I think he did. I mean, it's not over, but dude, the Cannonier going to the fucking bell, man, going for the knockout with just no time left. They need to start making the co-main Cannonier's got his hands up. Come on, man. But I mean, is anyone really entertaining the idea that Cannonier won that fight? Damn, that kick he landed that with his fucking toe, man. That's the craziest thing. You guys understand how much power is on those kicks. Look at, I mean, that kick he landed literally hit him with like the end of his toe. And he still almost knocked him out. This is bullshit. Why are these fights not 5 rounds, man? It's a co-main event, number 1 contender fight. It should be 5 rounds. Yeah, I mean, that's not even close. Jared Cannonier landed 9 head strikes. Yep, Robert Whitaker. All right. Yeah, me too. I mean, everybody should realize what that tells us. There's only one lesson to learn there, and that is Israel Adesanya is a beast. A beast. So Israel Adesanya knocked out Whitaker, beat Yoel Romero, obliterated Costa, and now Cannonier lost. So he's cleared out the division. But honestly, being totally honest, like all that matters to Dana is like selling fights. I actually don't think it really matters who Israel Adesanya fights anymore. Like I think Israel Adesanya, if he fights, if it's like Adesanya Whitaker 2, I think it still sells a lot of fights just because he's a big star now. But he would be a big favorite in that fight. What do the rankings look like? Let's see. $700,000 is good, man. That's not bad. That's way above the average. Let's see. Jack Hermanson. I mean, he already beat Gastelum. Till's not ready. He beat Yoel Romero. He beat Costa. Cannonier just lost. He already beat Whitaker. Damn, he already beat Tavares. There's no one there for him to fight. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, if he's gonna make so if he sold 700,000 buys, if he sold 700,000 buys, he's probably making, I don't know, $3 to $5 million a fight. I mean, I would fight a guy I knew I was going to beat for fucking $3.5 million. Durr. Here, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And then, oh my God, there's going to be, let's go. All right. Let's go. Oh my God, I can't believe this fucking fight is on right now. Let me see if I can I mean, this is so crazy. If Gaethje, if Khabib can take Gaethje down, oops. Let me get Gabrielle up in here. Gabrielle. All right. Let's go. Yeah, how did he knock out Burrow's front teeth? I heard about that. Gaethje first round knockout. You heard it here first, folks. Legally changing my name to Nostradamus tomorrow. Who said that? Bob Menery. What are the? I can't remember. What are the odds of that again? Gaethje in round 1. That's crazy talk. The bet I really don't understand is they're saying Khabib in round 1. How the that's lower probability or higher probability than any other round. I'm like, how? I don't understand that at all. I'm looking at these rounds. It's like Khabib in round 3 plus 700, 800. I guess what they're saying is, I think Khabib could win by sub just not in the first round. That doesn't make any sense. This is so crazy. Like again, February, before Gaethje fought Tony Ferguson, I said the only person that has any chance of beating Khabib is Justin Gaethje. And I don't know, man. I just have always had this feeling that he was going to beat him, and he's the only one. But I think he'll lose to Conor, and I think Conor would lose to Khabib every single time. Khabib's never been knocked down. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why they think that Justin's going to knock him out in the first round. What? You're basing that on like what? Like when I've bet Conor to win in the first round before. Like I bet on him to beat Cowboy in the first round. I showed everybody, and that was because Cowboy's lost in the first round before, and he has a suspect chin, and he's going to stand with Conor, who is a murder machine in the first round. So like that makes sense. Like Khabib's never even been knocked down, much less knocked out. So I'm not saying it's impossible. It just doesn't. I don't. I mean, don't call yourself Nostradamus and then make the most like absurd prediction ever. If he ends up being right, I mean, you know, I'll win my bet, but like, it just doesn't seem very likely. Oh my God, I can't believe this is on right now. The thing that people don't give Khabib enough credit for is how good at controlling distance he is. That's why Conor couldn't hurt him on the feet. I mean, aside from that, Conor was very concerned about getting taken down, and Conor is most dangerous in the first and second round, and Gaethje took him down in the first and second round, so that you never really got to see Conor at his best standing up. But the way that Khabib managed standing up with Conor and not getting hurt was by controlling distance. And that's also what Justin Gaethje is incredible at. That's how he beat Tony Ferguson. Oh man, Gaethje looks nervous. Like nervous in like a, not like in a, oh shit, I'm fighting Khabib way, just in a, the gravity of this fight. He knows how big of a fight this is. Jeez, I'm so fucking nervous. Look how much he loves Trevor Whitman, man. And look at Trevor. He's the best fucking coach, dude. It's not, yeah, like it's not nerves. Like, you know, like I look at someone like Jared Cannonier, like walking in, that's nerves like, Jesus, this guy's gonna fucking hurt me. But this, I mean, obviously, you know, get hurt fighting Khabib too, but I just mean like, I don't know, like this, the nerves are about the gravity of the fight and what it means. Like, it's just hard to even fathom what it would mean if Justin Gaethje was able to win this. And on Khabib's side, the exact same thing. Like, I mean, make no mistake, like this is a fucking huge test for Khabib, man. Huge. He's fighting the worst matchup he's ever fought, and the very first time his dad's not there as his head coach. It's just like, I mean, imagine Justin Gaethje fighting without Trevor Whitman. I mean, it would make a huge fucking difference. I'm not saying you can't win without him. And with Gaethje, it's kind of, I'm sorry, with Khabib, it's kind of a mystery how, you know, how big of a deal it is. But Khabib has a strong mind. I mean, understatement. Oh man. I literally like can't talk. I'm so fucking nervous, man. Justin thrives on the crowd, yeah, but he now is trying to stay calm. And he said that might have helped him. And Khabib looks like he always looks. This walkout could be any of his walkouts. He literally looks exactly like he looks every time he walks out. Nervous in the right way, you know? But super calm and super fucking collected. He is like almost funny. He looks exactly the same as he always looks. Like, I don't know if he made weight. I don't know. I mean, like, I wasn't worried about it. Then Chael made the video that made it sound like they did juke it. So, but I don't know. Oh man. This is crazy. Stephen A. Smith. Let's go, y'all. It's about that time. Big time UFC fight. I've been waiting for this. Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje, the best, versus someone I think will be, if defeats Nurmagomedov. What? It's the best versus someone who he thinks will be the best if he defeats the best. Yeah. I know. I'm rooting for both too. Like, I don't think, like, I mean, really, like, I don't think I've ever felt like that, where like I'm genuinely rooting for both of them. Yeah, dude, he should keep out of MMA. Did you guys see the video? Did you see the fucking video that he posted of him hitting mitts? Like, what the fuck? That was insane, dude. Like, I mean, you don't need to like even be in, like, all you'd have to do is just watch that yourself and then compare it to any video of a person hitting pads that actually knows how to punch and just go, oh yeah, I look like shit. Like, I shouldn't post this. Like, the fact that he posted that and thought it looked good was crazy. I'm going to actually look that up because maybe it'll give me something to not be. Stephen A. Smith hitting pads. Woo, Khabib just jump kicked the cage. Why is he punching down? Like, this guy that's holding the pads, he's like, here, punch. Here, dick punch. Practice your dick punch. Honestly, you know what? As I'm watching this, it is actually less stupid as Stephen A. Smith as it is the guy holding the pads. Like, why is he telling him to do I mean, that's bizarre. I've literally never seen anyone hold pads like that. Like, here, punch their dick and then do an uppercut to their shoulder. Oh my God, I can't fucking believe. Oh my God. Khabib looks calm. Justin looks very excited and nervous. Both look nervous. Jason Herzog is fucking reffing this. I've watched a UFC event with him. Just me, him, and one of my best friends. Long time ago. 2008. Dude, I wonder if Christian could line up an interview between me and Herzog. All right, so we got an interview lined up with Jason Herzog. He said he can do it easy. So we'll get him on the show. Oh my God, there is so much going on here. It's like Dagestani like wrestling versus fucking American wrestling. Khabib, his dad, Gaethje, the way he adjusted his game, like the fact that they have the same fucking manager and kind of like each other. Gaethje hates that. He like tried to make Cowboy into an enemy when they fought, and like, oh man. Gaethje looks thick, man. Like he looks like he filled out after weighing in. Here we fucking go. Mix. I know. I'm at 446. Man, Gaethje looks calm. Gaethje looks calm. Gaethje is dictating pace, dictating distance, not overzealous. Khabib looks like he wants to pretend like he's going to box and he's going to try to pick a leg.
Daddy, get us in here.
I think Gaethje's waiting to throw a knee.
Daddy,
I think Gaethje's waiting for him to shoot in and he's going to throw a knee.
come out.
Khabib looks like he's trying to box, but he's not. And Gaethje looks like he's waiting for him to shoot for a single leg, and he wants to throw a knee into his grill. Ooh! That was a good fucking kick he just threw. Gaethje threw. Clean. Khabib's boxing a little bit. He needs to not try to do this. This must be so hard for DC to call this fight. Like watching all the behind the scenes stuff leading into this thing, like Khabib is like literally one of his best, closest friends. Like, whoa, Khabib just threw a heavy shot at Gaethje. Gaethje circled out. Khabib throwing a jab. Good one. Oh man. And Khabib, he's taking leg kicks. Oh, he caught. Oh, no. Gaethje, wow, he shook off the first takedown, dude. First two takedown tries. Whoa, he's okay. Gaethje is using a lot of energy, dude. He needs to calm the fuck down. And Khabib just landed a couple jabs. Oh, those leg kicks. He's eaten at least 6 leg kicks, Khabib has. Gaethje needs to. Khabib's just chasing him around, sticking him with the jab. He's open for that overhand right, though. Gaethje's going to land that overhand right on him. Oh, Khabib just landed a knee. Gaethje just hit him with another leg kick. Did Gaethje get hurt and I didn't see it? Dude, Gaethje looks tired already. Khabib is fucking all over him, dude, on the feet. Wow. Khabib is a fucking animal, man. Khabib is winning on the feet, kind of. He's just not going to let Gaethje rest. He's not going to let Gaethje, that's what's going on. Khabib is not going to let Gaethje rest for 1 fucking second. And Gaethje's already tired. This is insane, dude. Oh, Gaethje just landed a big shot. And Khabib ate it like it didn't even exist. Jesus. Oh, he ate another leg kick, though. I mean, listen, like Khabib literally won't even let him reset. He's just walking him down. Oh, he ate another shot, though. And he ate another leg kick. Now he shot for the takedown, and he got it. What a fucking round by Khabib, man. What a fucking round. I mean, I am fucking in awe of that round from Khabib. The strategy and how I like, wow. Now he's got him in full mount, 15 seconds. But, oh, he's going to try to get an armbar. Three, two, one. He's lucky that's the end of the round. He would have fucking got that too. What a fucking round. What a fucking round. That was not a close round. Khabib definitely won that round. Wow, man. It was close on the feet, but then Khabib had him. I mean, that fight's over. If there's 2 minutes left in the round, that fight's over. The fight's over. That was fucking unreal. I'm sorry. Fuck you, YouTube. I gotta hear this.
8 more low kicks, but don't you get fucking lazy. Dude, he already can't walk on his leg. We need to keep him driving from out.
Whitman's saying you got to keep leg kicking him. You already can't walk.
That inside leg kick. He has to keep doing this. Khabib with the beautiful jab.
But Jesus fucking Khabib is so good, dude.
Right hand. Gaethje lands a beautiful left hook there. Khabib shoots double leg.
Wow, man. Well, he can't slow it down. Khabib's all over him. Wow, actually, you know what? That first round is fucking close. Gaethje landed. Amazing. I mean, Khabib doesn't even look like minorly tired. Like, not, it doesn't even look like, it looks like he just did like 3 minutes on a treadmill at like 30% speed. Ooh, Gaethje just landed a huge leg kick. Another one. Another one. Oh, man. Oh, that's it. Wow. Straight into the mount with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. This is going to be over. Khabib's going to win. Yep. That's it. Holy shit. That's the GOAT right there. That is the GOAT right there. So when I talk to dude, I guess I'm gonna be like, hey, is there a reason you didn't stop the fight when Justin Gaethje tapped the first time or the second time, and you let him go unconscious? Khabib is just crying his fucking eyes out. Wow, man. I mean, there are levels to this fucking game, man. That is. I mean, he took him down into the. I mean, dude, honestly, Conor did. Like, to be honest with you, what this fight looked like to me is, oh wow, Connor's ground game is way better than I gave him credit for. Because Khabib made Gaethje look like a fucking baby on the ground. Tap, 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 tap. What's he doing? Oh no, okay, no, actually the tap you couldn't really tell. I take that back. The tap, it actually wasn't clear that he tapped. God damn, man. He still hasn't lost a fucking round. Still hasn't lost a fucking round. Gaethje did look like a white belt on the ground. Wow, man. God damn. God damn. What a fucking piece of class that guy is. Both of them. God damn. You know what's important to do? It's like to acknowledge when you're watching greatness that people are always going to talk about. You know, like when people were watching Muhammad Ali, no one during his career was like, he's the greatest ever. Like that shit happened towards the end. It's like when you're watching it, you just gotta fucking sit back and acknowledge it. I just lost a fuckload of money today, but I don't care. Unbelievable.
Say, it was my last fight. And no way I'm gonna come here without my father. It was first time when, after what happened with my father, when UFC called me about Justin, I talked with my father, my mother, 3 days. She don't know I go fight without father, but I promise her it's gonna be my last fight.
Oh shit.
And if I give my word, I have to follow this. It was my last fight here. I know only one thing's what I want from UFC Tuesday. You guys have to put me on number one pound for pound fighter in the world because I deserve this. And UFC undisputed UFC lightweight champion, 13-0, 13 in UFC, 29 in all my pro MMA career. You know, I think I deserve it. And one more thing. I want to say thank you, Lorenzo, Fertita. Thank you, Dana, Hunter, all guys. Thank you so much. And
God
of course,
damn.
I don't forget about Joe Silva, who signed me here in UFC. Joe Silva, thank you. All this UFC team, everybody around the world, this all pandemic stuff they're doing. Great show, you know. Thank you so much, Justin. 2016, I remember when I cut weight, you helped me a lot. Thank you, brother. This is fight without cage. I know you're great, man. I know how you take care of your close people. I know a lot of things about you because we were fights. Because one day it's gonna happen something. Because you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You never know. Thank you, guys. Thank you, coach. I love you so much. My teammates, Ali Abdullah, this one. Oh, alhamdulillah. Today is my last fight here in UFC.
So as you put the gloves down, you do so
Fuck.
as a #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You go out the way you wanted to as the undisputed UFC lightweight champion. How hard was this week for you overall?
It was my father dream. What else? Dustin and Conor gonna fight January. I choke him out, both of them. I'm not interested for this. I'm not interested for this. И для болельщиков, если скажу для болельщиков, спасибо, неправильно. Просто скажем для всех русскоговорящих.
So
Большое вам спасибо.
Dustin and Connor, that just became an interim title fight. That's what the fuck just happened right there.
Когда в 2012 году я первый раз дрался, подписали UFC.
Or not even interim. Fuck, like that just became a title fight.
Обычного горного села. Дагестана, приехал сюда.
That just became a title fight.
Google сказал, что ты сама обсуждаемый человек.
That just happened.
Я просто не могу это поверить, потому что просто вы сами представляете, да.
He said, I choked them both out. I'm not interested in this. What a fucking stud. I choked them both out. I'm not interested in this. Mixed Molly, you still watching? Oh, he's done. Like there, I mean, he's done for sure. He's done for sure.
You have left an indelible imprint on
By the way, I have this temporary crown in that got jammed out. So like I have this like tooth that's all out of place. It's a fake tooth that just went. It's fucking bizarre, but wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Number one, he retires as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter, undefeated, with the best performance of his career.
Justin Gaethje, obviously a lot to digest, but your thoughts on the fight as long as it lasted, my man.
Man, I felt alive. That's why I stepped in here, man. I asked my coaches if they're ready to feel alive every time I step in here. You know, again, adrenaline, endorphins, release. It's a great feeling, man. But the only reason I stuck here is to get this man praises. I know he was in a bad spot, you know, whether he was or not. He did what he had to do, took me down. He was very strong. I know him and his father so proud.
Well, this division does not have a champion. It's a deep steps away, and there's a good chance that your next fight is going to be for a belt. As you look ahead to 2021, how soon would you like to spin this thing forward?
Fight for a living. You know, the best thing about getting choked out is, you know, there's nothing really consequential to your health, especially long-term health. So that's what I'm always looking out for. I said I have 5 wars left, and I haven't had.
Oh no, I'm not mad at all, man.
I'm ready. I'm in good shape. I don't want to go home and get too fat, so I'd say.
Dude, Mixed Molly is gonna have the fucking most vicious video ever for this.
That handicap, you have the respect of this entire fan base. Thanks for sticking around. Any final words?
Well, it's because my swing is ugly. I will shoot a 13 handicap probably because what efforts I said in that way.
Oh man, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
His swing isn't that bad, dude.
Justin Gaethje.
That post-fight interview is brought to you by EA UFC 4. Available now. Play the free trial this weekend and get Brock Lesnar. I mean, hard to digest. You know, what a fantastic performance. Classic Khabib, you know, was able to get takedowns.
Unreal.
He gets the fight to the ground. He is just on a different level. Our jiu-jitsu coach just texted me. Same story. Khabib is a different level. Gets to the triangle choke. Justin taps frantically, and somehow the referee didn't see it, and eventually goes to sleep.
No, honestly, that tap was a little bit weird, dude.
Lose a fight, you want to see him go out on his shield as he did today. But Khabib retiring breaks my heart. I thought we had at least one more before he would be gone, but you saw him just release all that he was carrying.
Yeah, he's not coming back, man.
Well, Khabib
He's
was
done.
very forthcoming with details, specific details about a lot of the things that he went through this week. But the one thing that he held close to the vest, Daniel, was that his mother did not want him to compete without his father on this planet Earth. And
I mean, it's possible he comes back in a couple of years, maybe.
To his words, there's just not anything else for this man to prove.
But like,
I've met guys like Khabib before in wrestling, Olympic champions that walk away at the very top of the sport when you know they have so much more to give. And if he says it, I'm certain that we won't see Khabib again, which is heartbreaking. You know, he's such a phenomenal once-in-a-lifetime talent. You want to see him in there.
Fucking A.
appreciate these legends while they're here because you never know when they're going to walk away. The debut was January 20th, 2000.
Damn, it's like fucking lightweight. Okay, so Connor fights Dustin. Connor becomes the champion. He fights Justin Gaethje. That fight's bananas. And then after that, maybe Tony. Oh, maybe like Michael Chandler. I don't know. I don't know. I was not expecting that. That is crazy. Yeah, if anybody, if we really think that Tony would beat Khabib, you're out of your fucking mind. After that, no. Khabib would have taken Tony down, submitted him just like every other person. But I'm gonna be honest, that gave me a lot more respect for Connor's ground game. Like a lot more respect for Connor's ground game, which is great. I mean, Khabib completely dominated Connor, but that was eye-opening. I don't actually think it did get more interesting, to be honest with you, man. Man, that is so crazy. I can't fucking believe that was. Yeah, I'm still on. Shit's over. That was bananas, man. I just texted my buddy who told me not to tell him anything. And I'm like, did you watch? He's like, no, I'm assuming Gaethje must have KO'd Khabib since it's over so fast. Don't tell me. He's going to be as shocked as anyone else. That is absolutely unreal. Unreal. He's the GOAT, man. The best ever. There's just no disputing it. Like the only other person in the conversation is John Jones, and he's pissed hot 86 times for juice. He is the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT then? Who's the GOAT if he's not? GSP. Really? GSP's the GOAT? Defend that. GSP lost a bunch of fights, including at his weight class. He got knocked out. Like there's no way you could possibly defend that position. GSP has losses. Khabib barely lost one round his entire fucking career. Yeah, he avenged them both, but he lost. GSP fought the best, and so did Khabib. Khabib just fought the toughest guy by far for him, and he literally walked through him like he wasn't even there. Yeah, why did Khabib not fight Tony again? Because the dude that he just beat the living shit out of Tony. He would destroy Tony. Like, if you really have any doubts about that after this, you're out of your fucking mind. How would Tony beat him? Like, Gaethje's a better striker and at least an equal wrestler. Tony'd be better at jiu-jitsu, but no. Khabib would beat Tony. But I would love for him to stay around and fight him. Hang on. GSP was 2-weight champion. You really going to throw that out there? Fucking GSP came back and fought Michael Bisping because he knew he could beat Michael Bisping. He just happened to have the belt. Like, you think GSP would have ran through 185 if he would have fought fucking Whitaker, Romero, and all those guys? No. Dude, Khabib, in all honesty, the only play for him would be to go up, but Usman is huge, man. That is not a one-eyed Bisping. I mean, honestly, the GOAT is all subjective. Like, people can say whatever. Like, I mean, except in basketball, it's obviously clear that fucking Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Don't fucking talk to me about LeBron, okay? But there's literally, that's the funny thing. 100% of people who were alive and like at teenagers, at least during Jordan's career, 100% of them say Jordan's the GOAT over LeBron. 100%. They're only people who didn't watch Jordan think that LeBron's the GOAT. But the bottom line is, people are going to, I mean, listen, if John Jones goes to heavyweight and he clears out the division, then we can talk about it. Then we can talk about it. But all that matters is how they're going to be remembered. And what I'm telling you is, Khabib's going to be remembered as the best fighter ever. They're just going to consider him the GOAT, dude. He only lost one round. He retired in his prime after beating the shit out of all the biggest names. I mean, it's too bad that he never got to fight Tony. But I mean, I'm telling you for sure, you fast forward 20 years, everyone's going to be like, he's the greatest of all time. I will bet my fucking life on that. I hear what you're saying about GSP. What I'm telling you is, it's about what people remember and how people talk about them. I'm telling you, it's all subjective. I'm telling you, they're going to say Khabib's the GOAT. It's all about like the legend of people, and they're going to be like, Khabib, dude, you guys have 20 years now, you have no idea, dude. Khabib fucking 29-0, only lost one round in his entire career. And dirt. I mean, that's pretty gangster, man. He said the only thing he's asking is that UFC make him the number one pound for pound on Tuesday, and then he's done. What's he gonna do? I mean, that's the crazy thing is, like, he did just checkmate Conor. Remember what I said? Psychological warfare. Way worse to just never give Conor another opportunity. Now, I will say this. If you think Conor is not going to call Khabib out after he beats Justin, you're out of your fucking mind. You can bet your motherfucking life on that. That after Conor beats Dustin, he will get on the microphone and he will call Khabib out. Without a doubt. Okay? Without a doubt. You think Conor's just going to respect that? He's going to be like, he's going to say that he did it because he's scared to fight him again. He's going to do all those things. Khabib will tell him, most likely, go fuck yourself, and that'll be that. And that's how Khabib wins. But make no mistake, Conor for sure is going to call him out after he wins, assuming that he wins, which he will. But also, that fight for Dustin just got so big, man. So big. Because if he, again, like I said, life-changing money if you have the belt versus if you don't. Hey, Tina. No, it will for sure be for the belt. And it's kind of cheap too. It's like, I don't know. I almost, what video I almost made was about how the video I almost made was about how Conor, or how Gaethje's belt was basically equally legitimate to Khabib's, because before Khabib won the belt, Ferguson had won the interim belt, which was supposed to be interim for Conor, but then he got injured, and so they stripped him, and then they just gave the outright belt to Khabib, which he was supposed to be fighting Tony for, but then it was like Tony had to pull out, so he fought Al Iaquinta, and they basically just gave him the belt. Then he beat Conor, which made it legitimate. But technically, Ferguson never lost the belt, which should have been the real belt. You know, like if they would have known how long Conor was going to be out, technically, when he fought Kevin Lee, that would have been for the real belt. So then when he got injured, the Khabib fight against Al Iaquinta would have been for the interim belt. It's just all fucked up, you know. I don't know. It was all whatever, but like the bottom line is that Gaethje beat Ferguson, so like both belts were kind of weirdly legit. But wait, which won't be for the title? It will be for the title. Aaron, I'm going to set up a Patreon. Actually, I'm going to do a. I'm going to set up a Patreon, and I'm going to start uploading there, like at least a video a day. Like, so I'm going to do like one at least additional, like whether, you know, I'll probably upload a little bit less on YouTube, like 3 times a week, because it actually helps my channel grow when I do that. So it'll be like 3 a week on YouTube, and then I'll do videos every single day on Patreon. And candidly, most people that do Patreon, they do Patreon and they upload like fucking once every 2 months, you know? So like, at least you guys know I'll be fucking working for it. Amen. You are correct right there, my man. That's why going up wouldn't make any sense. Like, he would end up having to wrestle against Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington and all those guys. Honestly, I don't even think the weight cut even matters, man. That was super fucking dominant what he did.
Training videos, and I've studied his career for a long time, but I mean, he just showed new wrinkles to his game tonight. It was a really impressive performance, and you know, we've expressed our condolences this whole fight week to his father.
Michael Chiesa is talking
at the panel, and you know, I'm sure his father's very proud. I'm sure his mom's happy.
Chinchilla, that is correct.
You know, he just had a heck of a career. It was very special to be a part of this event.
We're going to get to the highlight from the main event at UFC 254. Pay-per-view restrictions prevent us from showing you the finish, but this was going to be.
I mean, you would think if that fight was even possible, it is. Honestly, listen, Khabib's dad died in July. Okay, in July. So August, September. I mean, 3 months ago, right? So like, it's still really fresh. It's very possible. I mean, he's not going to go away from the sport. He's going to be helping guys train. You know, he's going to basically assume the position of his dad. I would imagine it's probably become people's coach. And I would imagine staying around the sport, fast forward a year, it's possible he comes back. It's possible he comes back. Oh, the press conference? That's a good fucking idea, my friend. That is an excellent fucking idea. Go to the press conference. Let's do it. All right, let's see. Hasn't even started yet. Hadn't even started yet. But yeah, it's honestly, it is possible that that's not really his last fight, given what he said for why. You know, that his mom didn't want him to come fight. I think it's possible he comes back. I do, actually. I mean, I think yeah, I think it's possible he comes back. Joe Rogan, these people over here are all like, where was Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan doesn't do Fight Island. The lightweight belt we are thinking is going to be on the line between Dustin and Connor. Yeah, you wouldn't slap me. I don't think he's coming back anytime. I'm saying fast forward a year, 18 months, he might change his mind. His mom said she didn't want him to fight without his dad. She's in mourning. He's in mourning. It's possible he comes back. But, I mean, if he doesn't come back, he is he'll go down as the GOAT. I guarantee that. All these people over here in the press conference are like, where's Joe Rogan? Where's Joe? That's correct. He'll be the Michael Jordan of MMA. If GSP gets a win at 55, I don't know. Yeah, he's a coach. That's why I think he might come back, because he's going to be around the sport. He's going to be around the sport, and then like the sting of his father not being there, he'll settle into that role. He's like 32 years old. Like, you know what I mean? He's 32, right? Is that right? Hey Siri, how old is Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Khabib Nurmagomedov is 32 years old.
32. You know, he's crazy young, dude. He could sit on it for 3 fucking years and he'll be 35. You know, he could literally just go coach for 3 years, be 35. Some other superstar emerges, and everyone is. I mean, this is the thing. You got to keep this in mind. He's going to be coaching Islam Makhachev. He's going to be coaching all his other Dagestan guys. And anytime that someone emerges at 155, okay, anytime, like if anyone clears out the 155-pound division at all, the whole world is going to be like, Khabib, the whole fucking world is going to be like, get Khabib to come back, get Khabib to come back. Dana will throw the fucking bank at him. And he'll have the itch to fight. You know? Yes, Khabib is officially filling in the void of his father and as mentor and coach for the community. I totally agree with that. That has nothing to do with whether or not he fights or not, though. Like because he can do both. No, Khabib definitely doesn't know shit to McGregor. Nothing. The only way, honestly, the only way that I think he would come back and fight Conor is if Conor literally clears out the entire division. Conor would have to win 3 fights by fuck you knockout. And Conor would need to make it so ugly. Like, he would, not ugly, but just, he would need to like be constantly calling out Khabib. Khabib didn't just win, dude. Khabib annihilated him. And oh wait, here we go. We got Dana on. Dana says he's the baddest motherfucker on the planet. And I agree with that. Yep. Submission, I was like, oh, you're right, and he locks it up, gets it, and chokes him out. Unbelievable, and he didn't lose either round. Have you had a chance to speak to him yet? I mean, obviously, I think we're all a little bit surprised by his decision. I mean, I think we all understand his emotion coming into this, but have you spoken to him yet? No. He was in the octagon. We were all just standing around. He's saying Dana had no idea he was going to retire. I don't agree with that. Dana said he didn't think that Khabib looked like himself during the walkout. I don't think that's true at all. think he looked exactly the same. Khabib had a broken foot. Wow. He never told anybody he had a broken fucking foot. Dude, have you guys ever broken your fucking foot? Dana just said you got to put him up there in GOAT status. Yeah, I wonder how many pay-per-views this sold. Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, the more I think Khabib's going to come back. He's going to come back. He's going to come back. Yeah, Khabib had a broken foot. I think I'm going to get online, buy a box of cigars, send it to the Zuffa office, and ask Dana to fucking put me on. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. Dana's saying he's going to put Whittaker with Adesanya again. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, Justin fighting Chandler. That's a good fight. He didn't break Justin. He's just a better fighter. I mean, it's that simple. Like, Justin didn't break. He got choked out, put to sleep. Yeah. So you guys know I'm buying Dana a box of Cuban cigars that I'm going to send to the Zuffa office and ask for a little bit of his time. That's what I'm going to do. Just to put me down a few $100 more today. Let me see here. Who do you guys think that Gaethje is going to fight next? Yeah, Chandler was Tony. What's he talking about with the Floyd Mayweather thing? Wait, who? Who? Who are they? Is anybody else watching that? There we go.
Fight in January that's being targeted. Will that most likely be for a vacant title? Say that again? Well, the McGregor Poirier fight, could that be for the vacant title now if it's at 155?
Yeah, I have no idea. Guys, don't ask me the future or what the fuck's going on with anything else because I have no idea. I've been here for 5 weeks, man, getting through this shitty ass year, and I'm just ready to fucking go home and we'll figure out what's next. As soon as we have answers, you'll know. All right? Have a good night.
Why is everyone talking about Joe Rogan? Let's get Khabib out there, man.
Be yourself. You know, you can't.
What the hell is CHF? You guys know what currency CHF is? Swiss francs. The fuck? Oh shit, it's almost 1-to-1 with dollars though. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Just switch it to dollars.
Well, congratulations on a very impressive performance tonight overall, and I know you're happy to get the win and ready to get back home. But how'd you feel about the performance tonight?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Obviously, I worked a diligent game plan with my team the entire time for the last few months. Straight after quarantine last time, I just jumped straight back into it, and I had the discipline to stick with it the entire time. And results were as you saw.
Whitaker is a boss, man.
Game plan the whole time. 3-round fight, which you haven't done in a long time. Did you find that challenging at all, as far as pacing and that sort of thing?
No, I was stoked. I ain't gonna lie. But in the third round, I was thinking to myself, man, if this was 5, it would suck.
Can you talk about that third round? Because you were doing really well. You hurt him. Looked like he was out. Then he came back and it looked like he might have hurt you a little bit too.
Nah, I wasn't hurt. Just nicked me.
I wasn't hurt. He just nicked me. What a badass.
Foot early in the first round. I think I covered it well because I kept throwing, but it hurt every single time. So, but he's a tough guy. Resilience was his key word. And the key word thinking about this fight was it's going to be tough. I probably won't get it, put him away. So I just got to make him pay. I've got to hurt him the entire time. Pepper.
You made it clear, obviously, you want to shut it down for the year and spend time with the family. When are you eyeing next year? I mean, February, March? What
this feeling when you come off a win for these guys is just
hopefully,
the best.
So I got the Christmas and the newborn in January, and I don't want to be thinking about a fight in the lead up to my newborn. With all my kids, I've been thinking about fights. I've had my mind elsewhere, and I felt like I wasn't in the moment, and I refuse to do that for this one.
Dana was here just before you, and he said, listen, he likes the idea of you and Adesanya rematch. He thinks that's the fight to make right now. If that's the fight, what do you think? Is that the one that interests you the most right now?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a tough fight, man. I'm stoked to fight him. He's a hard fight. He's so good, and he only looked better in his last fight. And the fact he beat me once already. But
Whitaker's hilarious, dude.
I feel I've got a couple of tricks I can roll out. I feel like I can play it differently this time. But honestly, like I know he's trying to do everything else, and good on him to do that. I'm not thinking about it. Maybe me and him shouldn't think about it just for a little bit. He can go up to light heavy or heavyweight, whatever he wants to do. It doesn't bother me. My plans are Christmas, my baby, and then hopefully our timelines line up then.
So, and last thing for me. So, honestly, I mean, obviously, you want the biggest fights, you want the title, you want that, but the rematch with him is not something that's imperative to you for your career.
I think Connor should beat Dustin and then try to fight Masvidal. That's what the fuck I think.
One day, whether it's in my career or in the parking lot, like as two old fellas one day. I feel like our paths will cross again. And as a warrior, it's something I need to do. But I'm not worried about who I fight next. My whole mentality with this game is you line them up, I'll knock them down. I'm pretty good at that.
Hey Rob, when you fought Darren Till here, you described it as incredibly tense. I was wondering, was this the same sort of tension or was this a little bit different?
Yeah, no, it was tense. It was stressful too. I'm starting to think maybe fighting is just stressful.
Jared's always been built up as this guy who can just put people's lights out like right away. When he hit you, did you feel he hit particularly hard, or were you surprised that actually you could take the shots?
Oh yeah, like doesn't hit soft, but I'll let you in on the secret of the game. It's trying not to get hit for the majority, right? He hits hard, but I think in this sport, I think in this division, everyone hits hard. I think this division is just danger because I think it's.
All right, fellas, I'm going to sign it out. Thank you, guys. Chat soon. Peace.
So that you don't see it as well. It's a scary division, man.